All right, here we are. We're live again. What's up, guys? It's the Monday late night stream. Hey, what's up, Isaac Morgan? Tonight's stream title shall be new Chinese Terastal Festival. That'll be the top of the title. We'll also say Gym Heroes Pack Split on the move, and we'll say how about I know, jumbo pack break. We'll say fresh jumbo pack break. Let's hit save on that. There's a lot of things, obviously, we can show off. All right, let's see. We go to live alert. Okay, we'll say here we're going live for Friday. No, Monday night. I wish it was Friday night. That'd be nice. All right, what's this? Okay, and let's jump over here. We'll leave a link over here. We got some Deltarune music playing just like before. Let's go ahead and share a link in our Instagram. Hey, what's up, Isaiah? What's up, man? How's it going? All right, we'll jump over here. Let's go ahead and delete this comment. We don't need it anymore. We're going to say we're live right now for Monday night. Okay, copy that. All right, we'll post this. And we'll delete this. Okay, and now let's jump over to Facebook. I get a lot of messages on Facebook. I never respond to them. Another day. What's up, guys? Welcome to our late night Pokemon stream. I'm the host. Yay, I get to host stuff. That's kind of cool, right? All right, let's see. We'll post this. Pop that up there. All right. And we'll delete this as well. Good. So there we go. The links have been shared. Let's go ahead and get the website running. I think Miss Tammy updated the website, didn't she? Yeah, she did. That's so funny that she did that. Because we did a poor job of it. All right, so we'll post this in here. Oh, wait a second. Was this yesterday's stream? Hold on. What do you think your collection is worth? Oh, do you think your collection is worth more than Logan Paul's? His is pretty good. Dude, Logan Paul probably has got millions of dollars more in Pokemon cards. That guy makes millions of dollars. I don't make millions of dollars. Yeah, anyone who makes a lot of money, just watch the personal collection video. That was great. I was getting sad not seeing any Articunos until the Team Rocket Articuno popped up. Nice. Yeah, he's pretty expensive. Fun fact, I sold him in 2025 to a guy for like 1.7 thousand, and then I felt the market changing, and I got really nervous, and I rushed off and bought the same exact Articuno from a guy in France for about, I think it was like 1,800. I paid just a little more, I think, and I was really desperate and worried I would not get that Articuno back, which I wanted it because I have the set, right? I've got the Zapdos, I've got the Moltres, and so when I sold it to him, I said, I can sell for 1,700, because I'll probably run into him again. But the truth is, that's a very rare card. And I was lucky that the guy in France was real. Let's see, Articuno returns. What's he go for today? Today, Articuno from Rocket Returns is listed for $19,000. So really, the guy who bought it from me got a very good deal. And I was okay too, because I went ahead and purchased a new one. So we were all right there. We are. But yeah, I wanted that one for sure. You could say one of my biggest mistakes in the hobby was never buying the Gold Star Torchic. Oops, should have bought that. But he was going to cost me like $65,000, and I just wasn't ready to do it. But you know, looking back on that, I should have. I guess the biggest thing that held me back was I'm not an actual Torchic fan, so I've never liked Torchic. And it's weird spending $65,000 on a Pokemon you don't even love. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of how it went. But from a financial point of view, he would have been a great purchase. There we go. Okay, what do you guys think of that? You think I did the right thing, buying what I want instead of what I should have bought? That's one of those discussions to have, you know. Okay, Mr. Mr. Isaiah Unell. He's got a big order coming up. All right, very cool, man. Okay. Miss Alexis did not get the shipping done. She's coming in tomorrow morning, or technically this morning, if you look at the time. What says, Team Rocket Grunt placed this order 2 hours ago. Shuffles are hot, get me 6, he said. So that was 2 hours ago. And when did Mr. Isaiah place his? 19 minutes ago. Okay, so technically, Team Rocket Grunt goes first. All right, Team Rocket Grunt will be going first. Let me check the website as well. Okay, last order on the website was Mark Kaplan many hours ago. Turn this down a little bit. First it was too quiet, now it's too loud. I forgot to do the giveaway in the daytime stream. I'm so sorry for that, guys. We'll do it tonight, okay? My bad, my B. That's me, babe. Yes, it looks like we got a little Team Rocket order first. See, look. Team Rocket placed this order 2 hours ago. So he's going to go first. All right. Set this back up here. Just saying that in case he pulls the big, you know, gigantic hit that maybe you wish you would pull. All right. My chair was moving there. Let's see what he does get. He might get nothing. Right, this is his. He put this up on the table on consignment. Okay. So we got a couple consignment cards from Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. You know, I had to put a C up here, too. It helps me identify the consignment cards faster. You're the only hit I want to pull. What? I'm happily married. Thank you very much. We are. I'm unhappily married. Please take me away. All right. So how does that look? Does that look nice? I think that looks nice. So 6 of these. Whoa. We got to put some more cards in there, it looks like. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's just see what happens. Da, 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 da. 6 cold ones. All right. So Mr. Team Rocket Grunt, first order of the night, 6 cold ones in the Poke Shuffles. We are kind of low on cards in the Poke Shuffles. Why don't we see if there's anything cheap we can put in there? We got these Mario cards, but they're not exactly cheap. That's 375. Denji, we can't just put Denji in there. So this is the problem. I need my tag return. My tag return will contain cheap cards that are good for the Poke Shuffles. Other than that, I mean, we're running low. Here's some backwards encapsulated Mario cards. I don't suppose people want those. Maybe the Boo, actually. The Boo's pretty cool. Nah, these are no good. Yikes! Maybe some cards from the 9 rotation. There you go. He could go in. He could go in. He could go in. We're at a point where we got to have something in there, man. We're running low. So what shall this be? This shall be 35. And this shall be 40. Okay, and that shall be 45. So these are going up in there. And then I shall move on to the next order. Did you put my waifu up for consignment, Chris G? I think I did. Pretty sure I did. Chris G. No, wait. It might be in this pile right here. No, it looks like we did. Looks like we did because it's not actually in this pile. All right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Miss Alexis, I don't think she did not get the grading done today, so she's coming in tomorrow morning. So I don't think we have an answer about that. Terry He slab here, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got to find out about that. Oops. Don't play me, mister. What do you mean, don't play you? play you how. We are. Here's Evie. So this will say old made Evie T10. We just put a nice Evie in the box. That's what we just did. So there's an Evie in the back of the box. And then here's the Denny. Is it the Denny? Denny. Old maid. And this will say T10. She's grading? No, she doesn't. Did I say grading? I meant shipping. No, she doesn't do any grading. I wish she did. It's hard to give her time, man. It's a curious thing because she only comes over here twice a week. It is. All right, so we're going to say ditto, old maid. All right, there we go, T10. All right. Have you ever considered going to a card show and vending just to show off some of your cards? Not really. I think we do better just being live down here. All right, cool. So these are all in the Poke Shuffles now. Poke Shuffle restock. Good. Now, let's go back to Mr. Isaiah. 5 live customs, shipping, and 3 Poke Shuffles. You got it. Tell me a little bit about this shipping, Mr. Isaiah. What is this shipping all about? Is there a baggie involved? Is there other slabs involved? 1, 2, 3. There you go. 3 of these. Oh, look at you pulling an Elekid. Pretty good. All right, so that's the Poke Shuffles, and you pull Elekid. Elekid. Oops. Is it this? 239. There it is. Poker Elekid. That's cool. I got a baggie. Okay, cool. So we got a baggie to ship. So Elekid, you can re-roll him for 40 or you can keep him. What are you thinking? What do we got over here? Okay, looks like we got an order coming in. Ow. I got Taco Bell and then fed most of it to my dogs. I'll keep them. Good choice. Okay. We've got 5 live customs. Dang, that's a lot. 5 live customs, everybody. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good luck. That's $125 of live customs, everybody. 1. Oh, maybe a double hit. 2, 3, 4. Come on. 5. All right, no double hit. We're going to find out what that is then. Always a chance for a double hit when you pull in a big round like that and the first card pops out and it's a hit. What do we got for you? Boop. Giant Gengar plush plus shipping. You just pulled the gigantic Gengar plush. It's one of those Squishmallow Gengars. Have you seen him? Do you know what I'm talking about? He's a big one. There was a small version and a large version made. He's currently valued at $125, and that includes shipping. So he just ships out immediately if you decide to keep him. You can re-roll him for $100. What do you think? It's the last one, and usually people fight over this. But maybe you just want a Pokemon card and not a plushie. Up to you. He says, hell yeah. Sounding like he might keep it. Armless and legless. Legoless? He's from Lord of the Rings, though. We got to get people in here, guys. Jumbo pack break. Isaac Thomas in here. We need 3 more people, okay? I'll keep it. All right, so you'll need a separate label for that one. That's it, guys. All the Gengar plushes are gone. The giant Gengar plushes. All right. Mahil's trying to get you to re-roll so that he can take a shot at the Gengar. So, have we shipped you before? Let's see if we've shipped you before. It looks like we've never shipped you. Is that right? You'll need to contact me with your shipping address. Like this. Here it is. Here's my email. You'll need to send an email here at TheCardconomist@gmail.com, okay? So send me your shipping address there. We'll get you all set up. All right. And shipping. couple years since you shipped me. Couple of years. You know, I thought I recognized you. You got a bunch of H's at the end of your YouTube name. And I was like, I think I know this guy. I was going to say that it was a first-time order, but I honestly didn't recognize that. So it didn't save the address from the looks of it. That could mean you were here before we got our new laptop and re-downloaded Stamps. That would be a long time ago, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I used to always tell you to shave your back hair. I don't remember that. That I do not remember. By the way, how's this video doing? I used to always tell you, all right, so you get me that shipping address, and I'll make you 2 labels. One for your bag. Here we are. One for your bag, one for your Gengar plush. Okay. Throw that away now. Who's next? We have another order in the queue, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. The website's clear. PayPal appears to be clear. ZELLE is clear, right? Yeah. And then we have this Oscar Resendez order. Oscar. 6 Chainsaw Mans. Chainsaw Mans. Ooh, 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Chainsaw Mans. Ooh, lovely. What's up, guys? If you just joined our late night stream for Monday, take a second and smash the like button. Okay. Snip of this. Good. Throwing this out. Throwing this out. Ready? Here goes. For Oscar Resendez, we've got Makima. It's Makima. Here's Denji. I feel like we're missing a card from the pile. Hold on. So that's a nice Denji. Chainsaw Man. No? Okay, so it's just 1 holo per pack. All right, so there's Chainsaw Man. Here's Denji. Looking very concerned. Here's Power. I was ranting in the Discord today because there was this video I unfortunately watched on YouTube. And it was this skeevy looking guy talking about how, oh, we shouldn't have to work 40 hours a week. He did like this whole video. He worked real hard on it, lots of editing. It was all very scientific. You know, it sounded like a project in college to write some sort of essay about the work week or something. And it was just so annoying, dude. It drove me nuts listening to it. So I went on some sort of obnoxious rant in the Discord server after listening to that episode. Here we are. Mr. Oscar pulling 1 Denji card. Okay. 1 Denji. Denji-kun. There. Has anyone been watching from... You don't have to, but you might want to. It is. I emailed you, mister. Nice. All right, let's get that email. Actually, I saw you sent in another order. Let's service that as well. Let's see what we got here. So, Mr. Isaiah, coming on back, placing some big-ass orders. 1 more round of the customs. Let's see if he can strike luck twice. Double luck in here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, good luck in there, man. 1, 2. Oh, you got a little holographic card. Whoa, 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 whoa. 3. I gotta be more careful with that. That is a poker card. 3, 4. Oh, that's a nice poker card. And 5. Oh, unlucky round this time. No! All right, unlucky round. No big snipe. That's 5 deep. You're going to go into a specialty bounty because you missed in there, okay? So it's called the Second Chance Bounty. At the end of the month, anyone who has a spot in the Second Chance Bounty gets another chance at a slab, okay? Here it is. See, there's already some people in here. These are all people who had tough luck in the live customs or the Poke Shuffle. So you had a cold round there of $100 or over 100. There it is. Keep an eye on that because you might actually pull something. Somebody always does. All right, so I would say those live customs just got a little warmer too. That's what I would say. It is. A little fly gun. It is. All right. Looks like that's my attempt at adding some cards of value to the packs. Okay. So Isaiah, you said you had a bag, huh? I gotta look into this. Is it like a bag that's a couple years old? Isaac, here's an Isaiah Canuho. Ah, you're right here. You recently ordered. You got a big fat bag. Here it is, 526, Mr. Isaiah. Lovely. He says, no. It's from last month. Oh. There you go, Mr. Isaiah. Very nice. I thought you were saying no to the round you got there. That was a rough round, man. Here's Avacyn. Here's Tsukiyomi. Here's Tyranitar. Here's Venusaur. Well, welcome back, man. That was a pretty big order. I appreciate that. Here's Mudkip. You got to come hang out with us more often, Mr. Isaiah. Another Oscar Resendez order. 6 more Chainsaw Man. So we still got to make your label. Let's get these Chainsaw Mans open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Oscar Resendez. He's going to snipe the Chainsaw Man. These are Union Arena. And the reason these are fun is because they have the new girl characters from the movie. Did you roll the Discord giveaway? I did not. I accidentally messed that up. All right. Throwing this away. We've got... What do we got? Aki, I think his name is. It's Aki. We've got Denji-kun. Chainsaw Man. Here we go. Very nice. All right. Shoot, what's her name again? Denji and blank. Makima Power Reze. There you go. All right, and dude, that's such a cute card. Look how cute that is. All right. We don't want to miss that action point card. That's why I checked. I checked for that. I said we're not missing any action point cards today. We are. All right, good. I think they're basically still bulk, but I mean they're full art, so they can look really nice. All right, look at that. She looks like a Kabuto head. Kabuto? I don't know about Kabuto. Here it is. All right. This was a really fun movie. If you guys never watched it, you probably watch it streaming nowadays for like $5. Here it is. Okay. Oscar Resendez, thank you very much. Picked up those action points for you. There we go. Kabuto head. Ugh. We got, whoa, holy mama, Q-Sarge. That's a Chris Gonzalez girl card. There you go, Chris. There's your answer. There's Mantine. Here's Pikachu 9 for $400. Here's Days, Mr. Krabs. It's a holographic card. And here's Inteleon 9 Staff. That's Staff, right? Yeah, that's Staff. That's a Staff card. Cool, man. All right, and before we ship Mr. Isaiah, he wants to go again. He's going to go one more time into the live customs. Good luck, Mr. Isaiah. Oh, just grabbed a random chunk. Grabbed another random chunk. Go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, good luck in there. What do we got? Hopefully not 2 rounds of bad luck. That would be unfortunate. 1, 2. Here we are. Let's see you get a double hit. 3, 4. Ooh, that's good. And 5. All right. So picking up, once again, some of those bonus cards. We like bonus cards, right, guys? Bonus cards. What do we got? Go Squirtle. Oh, that's a decent one. But I think he's only $100. It is. Okay, here's the Cubchoo. So you haven't struck gold. Let me show you the card. Give me a second. There's 2 of them in the box. So this is just a common card, but it goes for a surprising amount of money. That's why we are deciding to grade them now. Look at this. 2022 Pokemon Go Squirtle, is a $100 card. Holy, dude. All right, check that out. Let's put this into your bag. These guys here. So you can re-roll the Squirtle. He would re-roll into a $75 card. This is a cool card. We can put this up into the live customs. Mantine from Rocky Returns. I'll keep it. All right, very good. Definitely better than the last round, but not a big jackpot round for sure. That Pikachu could be a chase pull in the box, couldn't he? 400. Maybe I would lower it to 375 just for fun, but he's cool, huh? Here's Charizard. Here's Cubone. Here's $400 Magneto. Here's a $75 Voltorb and Haxorus. All right, cool, man. Let's go ahead and make that label for you now. We're making 2 labels. 2 labels. Here it is. Hello, my shipping address is blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. So we're jumping over here to the shipping machine. We're going to grab your email. Good, 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 good. Boom. And now, shipping for the Gengar. The Gengar is a bit heavy, so we're going to go ahead and start there. We're going to make the dimensions probably like 20 by 16 by 8. See where the price lands on there. It's going to have to calculate. The dimensions are too large. Oh, okay, hold on, wait a second. Can we do a large package? Okay, so it's updating the cost of the shipping. Shipping is $26 for that Gengar. That's huge. I wonder if I tinker with the numbers, if it gets cheaper. You know, kind of get it right on the edge of becoming becoming expensive. So we're going to tinker with the shape, the size. Nah, it didn't really change anything. It's still really expensive. All right. That's fine. Let's go ahead and print this. What? Edging? There it goes. A reroll could be anything, even a Squirtle. Hill, are you trying to get that Gengar plushie? So we're going to say Gengar plush. So there you go. So this label is only for the Gengar plush. Congratulations on that. Now, I only had that one left, but I do have the smaller Gengar. So there's a big one, and there, excuse me, there's a big one. Hold on, I gotta have a real cough. Give me a second. All right, my throat was so dry there. Let me have a sip of water. So anyways, so there's a big Gengar and there's a small Gengar that pairs with the Pikachu. And so I got the Pikachu Gengar pair. I might do that next. That helps. I think I'm a little old for Poke plushies. Did you just call yourself a boomer? Oh my God. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of too big of a boomer. Sorry, bro. Here we are. I have that Haxorus in a 10. Love that card. I noticed how good he looked right away and decided to buy a couple singles when it first came out. Who's going to join this? We need 3 more people. $40 a person. Jumbo pack break. That's the jumbo pack break. All right. There we go. I think I'm a little too old. Hey, Astral. A reroll could be anything. She looks like a Kabuto head. I'm on Crunchyroll. There we go. We got your label made, and it's a heavier label for your bag and your slabs. And then we got a second label for the Gengar plush. You can still add stuff to your outgoing shipment tonight if you wish. I made the label extra heavy just in case. Oscar Resendez is back. He says 6 more Chainsaw Mans. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got 5 here. Let me go get a fresh box of the Chainsaw Mans. I don't have a box nearby, do I? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Nope. I have a lot of this. This is that Chinese Terror Festival with the exclusive Sylveon. $16 a pack, $160 a box. On the menu now. Fresh case, by the way. You know, that matters. There's other guys selling these, but our case is fresh. No Sylveons pulled. That matters. All right. Blech. I'm trying to collect all the Harry Potter cards. Harry Potter? You're a wizard, Harry. Boop. Throw that away. And this. Oh, yeah. Isaiah, why you ain't hanging out with us in our Discord server, man? We need you in there. Okay, number 6. All right. Oh, wait, we need this baggie here. Good. I was just telling people the other day, I said, man, I miss Isaiah. He doesn't hang out with us in Discord as much. Tossing this over here. Mr. Oscar. Oops. Snipping this. Oh yeah. By the way, we sometimes talk about philosophical discussions in our group. Sometimes. I have the solution to a problem that the whole world's facing this problem. Whoa! You said you needed Reze, and you immediately pulled Reze. Look at this, guys. It's a great night. Look at this. Wow. So lucky, man. That's so cool. I'll post more in Discord. Don't worry. Here we are. So one of the videos I was watching today, it was a Korean guy, a young guy, like a doomer, right? He was young. And he was speculating why Koreans are going extinct. He said, we're one of the countries with the very, very worst birth rates. And he was talking about that as a problem. And he was talking about how competitive society was in South Korea. Like, it's extremely competitive. And so he says nobody really wants children because it's a burden on winning that competition. And that's why me, your local gamer and Pokemon card collection, can quickly and easily solve the declining birth rate problem. Because I'm so genius, right? I'm so smart. The solution is simple. I think I talked about it the other day. You just have to change one rule. Here we are. And the whole thing changes because the incentives change. One rule. That's all it takes, and people will start having lots of babies. And the rule is, you get to collect 10% on your kid's income for the rest of your life. Done. Because it changes the incentives. If the government places a rule that says parents collect 10% of a kid's income for their entirety of their life, all of a sudden the incentive shifts over from perfect career to you better invest in some kids or you're not going to collect. It changes the whole societal structure from optimizing for a career pathway to optimizing for maybe a mix of career and having kids. Here it is. Ever heard of the lay down and rot generation? They came out of Asia overbearing work culture. Here it is. Well, they're trying really hard to be successful. That's what it is. They want to succeed. And having children is defined as unsuccessful because they're sort of like a drag on your income, like a tax. But the government wants you to have children. Why is that? Because children aren't actually a tax. They're actually a gift. Children go on to generate millions of dollars of income. You just never get to collect it. The government does. You never get to collect on the child that you brought privately into this world. The government gets to collect on your children. The government's like an evil landlord, or and your child and you're the serfs. Better pop out another kid for me. I got some taxing to collect. You just change the rules. You say the parent gets to collect on the child's income, not the government. And the whole thing changes. All of a sudden, it becomes more important to have 4 or 5 kids, and you're collecting 10% from all of them. All of a sudden, having kids is a winning strategy in society. I'm rich because I had 5 children. Yeah, I collect on all of them. And your kids are like, man, I got to have some kids so I can make money. We got rid of that structure. If you look at really old societies, people had lots of kids, right? Why? Because they were agricultural societies where you had a farm and your kids helped you run the farm. Kids were profitable. You collected on their labor the way a serf worked for a landlord. It is for a whatever you call it. So the serf's labor would then be passed up to the guy who owns all the fortress or whatever. And when you had kids, your kids worked for you. They made you rich. We got rid of all that. We should reintroduce it. Problem would solve itself overnight. If the government said you get 10% of whatever they earn for, forever, everyone would be racing to have their own children. Anyway, so that's my fun idea. I know it's probably very scary because it's different and it's new. So everyone's always scared of new ideas. But I'm a gamer, so I've thought about it for a while. And I said, what's wrong with these game mechanics that people don't want to have children? I know what the game mechanic problem is. Having children is seen as unsuccessful, and working hard at your career is successful. If you change the mechanics so that having children is successful, then people will actually pursue it. All right, let's see. Lol, nod. The rule should be that for each kid you have, your employer must pay you 10% more, and they can't ask how many kids you have when they hire you. I feel like that's pretty convoluted and complicated. It's much easier to just collect tax on your own children, right? So it's like, everyone just has a job. And if you had 12 children, you're collecting 120%. You're collecting a lot of money from your offspring. You're a rich guy if you had 12. You're very rich maybe if one of your 12 kids became an entrepreneur or a doctor or an engineer. So you're a rich guy if you had a lot of children and they went on to succeed. So it changes the whole system of success in society. Everything would change overnight. People would look at children as assets instead of liabilities. People look at children like they're liabilities because they are. You basically spend $1 million on them until they're 18, and then they F off and the government collects money on them. So you invested $1 million. What was your return? Nothing. In my system, you invest $1 million into a baby, that baby starts paying you back after they get a job. It's a big deal. And that was how it used to work. That was when people actually had babies. Your kids took care of you, and that was exactly how it worked before we invented socialist, communist, retirement. Oh, this will work. We'll just pay for everyone's retirement through the government. Here's Isaac Thomas, one Harry Potter Diagon Alley. And also, can I get the base set pack opened? Ooh, all right, I like it. All right, Diagon Alley. Social Security changed the system. It used to be that children were expected to take care of their parents. All right, Mr. Isaac. Let's see. Where would we have stuck that? Oh, it went downstairs, I think. Oh, it's downstairs. I'd have to go get it. Do you think comparing life to video games will hurt or improve humanity? I don't know. Yeah, all the teens and young adults literally become homeless and don't want to become corporate yuppies. But mister, you would just have baby factories who didn't take care of the kids. Ultimately, if those children my parents didn't take very good care of me. I went on to provide lots of taxes for society. So, as long as the children are being made, that's the hardest part, apparently. I'm trying to fix the problem. No one's having kids. So you're worried that the parents won't do a good enough job, but it's like, right now, they're not even having kids. So that's the bigger issue right now. All right, let's go get the other pack of Harry Potter. I got to disappear for about 2 minutes to go get it. 2 or 3 minutes. You don't have to run downstairs. Gosh dang UPS. Tammy, tell us all about it, Tammy. back. Ooh. Oh, ow. Ready? Okay. Ooh. Very good. Ha-ha! So he wants this base set pack opened. You ready? I'm loving this. Harry Potter base set pack, $100. What do we got? Imagine if you had to give your parents 10%. I'd be pissed. Yeah, but your children are going to do the same for you. So yes, you have to pay your parents, but then your children have to pay you. So it's like a rule. Wingardium Leviosa. Potion's Mistake. Curious Raven. Steel Claw. Remembrall. Foul Brew. Silver Cauldron. Vanishing Glass. Potions. Transfiguration. Incendio. All right, not a heavy pack. Very cool, though. We are. Not a heavy pack this time. We hope for a heavy pack. Now I'm missing out on some of my Pokemon cards. Rip me. We are. All right. Here's Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Okay. Vanishing Glass. I'm going to use the Remembrall. All right. Good. Good. Let's grab this Hattie Pooter. Ready? So, in the much cheaper Diagon Alley pack, which was only like, how much was that? Like $8 or something? Yeah, $8. Here's Screech Owl, Butterfly Weed Balm, Fantastic Beasts, Blue Wig, Spongify, Dogbane Potion, Potions, Care of Magical Creatures, Wild Boar, Spiral Dive, and your rare card, Dragonhide Gloves. No heavy packs at all this time. Maybe the next pack of Diagon Alley will have a holo in it. Some tape there. There we go. All right. Did my complaint message not go through? We want to hear about all your complaints, Tammy. All right. Yeah, I hate it when cards don't get delivered on time. It's super annoying. Sometimes it's really expensive for me. Like if a brand new set comes out and I get it really slow, whew, I could be losing out on like thousands of dollars in orders that I could have been collecting the whole time, and I'm just not collecting on it. So that could be a extremely costly mistake. So Isaac, did you already have a bag? Isaiah did. I don't think you have a bag, do you? Do you? All right, new bag time. I seen it. New bag time. Ooh, this bag looks really new. Let's use that one. I'm trying to recycle more of these bags these days. Okay. Apparently they're getting closer to that Dr. Doom movie, huh, guys? Isaac Thomas, 7.26. Mr. Probably on top chat. Wait. I'm not on top chat. Can you hear me? All right. Mr. I have a bag. He has a bag. Of course he has a bag. Oh, I'm Isaac. I got a bag. Wow. This is the Isaac guy who always has a bag. All right, Isaac. We got a baggie. And another baggie. So we got 3 Isaac baggies. 4 Isaac baggies. You got a total of 4 baggies. Oh, yeah. Nice, dude. Now you know what you got. Keep track of it. Put that in there like that. Oh, yeah. I knew you had 4 bags. I was just... Javier, 2 live customs. 2 live customs. You got it. Here goes, Mr. Javier. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doom. 1 cold. 2 cold. I'm sorry. Wow, that's some cold live customs, huh? We got to put a new card up in the live customs. What should we add? Well, we just got a bunch of 9s on the table right now. Anything really good, though? Honestly, this is kind of cool. I could see this going in for 125. If nobody likes it, it could just be re-rolled. That XY Rayquaza, he is kind of expensive. All right, so he's just a cheap one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Mr. Read my previous long message then. I had a Target order and they sent through UPS. Target told UPS to give to USPS for final delivery. Apparently got lost and was sent back to the warehouse instead. Tammy, that's a lot of words. There you are. Okay, this is going to say Rayquaza. All right. Rayquaza number 75 TCCG8. Here it is. I want my Pokemon cards. No! In the arms of a Tammy. Yeah, put this here. A little Ghastly. Grab a couple of these. So you get a Ghastly card in there, and then some of these. Oops. All right. Just keeping up with that. We have an order. Lorenzo Shrub. 5 of the Unleashed Riftbound. Unleashed Riftbound, you say. Here's Spirit Forged. Unleashed. Ah, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a small bag and 2 cards from the Cool Kids binder. Since I have a small bag, might keep all my cards from the Unleashed pack. Nope. Unless you're shipping out right now. If you want to ship right now, we can. So you can send in shipping immediately, and then we can do bulk. But other than that, we got to remove bulk, okay? Now, I'm not trying to beat up on you, but we have the same rule for everybody. That way I don't get 100 requests for bulk. So the answer is you can send in $9 right now, and we'll get the shipping started. This, snip this. I did put in for shipping. Oh, yeah, okay. I did not see that. I'm sorry. I did not see that. That's my bad. Now your request makes a little more sense. Yeah, let's do that then. Okay. So here's Blood Harbor Ripper. Okay, Blood Harbor Ripper. All right. I think we've been through this before. So for a little while, I appease people who want to keep their bulk cards when they ship. And this becomes a scenario where every time someone ships, they always ask for their bulk on their outgoing order. So I think this will be the last time we do it, guys. No more shipping the bulk. I don't like bulk. So we always freak out over bulk. Here it is. I like the packages to be really small. I like the packages to be light as possible. It is. Saves a lot of money on shipping. Notice when it comes to shipping, it's just kind of a flat rate, and that's really important. Here it is. So we don't want every shipping order to become a bulk request. All right, there we go. I didn't see a big fancy pull coming out of there. Okay, set that there. Now we're adding all this to your bag all of a sudden, and it's heavy. So you just added a heavy weight to your bag. Lorenzo. So we did that for the, you know what happened? We did it one day for a guy named Justin Kim. He was a brand new guy. And I said, yeah, you should, why don't we let you keep your bulk cards because you're shipping out? Since then, we've had 3 requests for it. So that was the last time, guys. No more after this. Next time someone asks, they're just going to be told no. So where's Lorenzo with the L? Where are we keeping the L's? I run this system all day long. There are the K's, the E's. Oh, the L's are over here. Wow, we haven't had to deal with L's in a while. All the L people have moved on for a minute. There we go. Mr. Lorenzo. So you should have a baggie in here. I had to think about where the L bags were kept. Luis Ruiz, Leon. It's weird because we do have L bags over here. Luke Laurie. Yeah, I don't like transporting bulk or shipping bulk or printing big heavy labels for bulk. I try to have the shipping the shipping prices are with an expectation that there won't be that much bulk. That's the trick. That's the trick to it. What you can do though, guys, and anyone can do this, what you can do is if you see a good bulk card you'd like added to your stuff, just let me know, okay? So if you see a bulk card and it's a good card, just like a bulk card and it's a favorite Pokemon or something, just mention it. We'll grab it for you. I don't mind doing that. Luis Ayurvedas, Larry Ellis, Lady Cuddly Cactus. Oh, she's got an expired bag now. Okay, we're looking for your bag. Maybe it's in here. I guess I do get a refund when it's non-returnable now. Okay, we'll grab this here. Luis Nunez. Aha, here we are. Okay, Mr. Lorenzo Shrub. All right, so let me explain why we don't want to do the bulk, Lorenzo. Look at your bag. It's right on the precipice of becoming too heavy, right? And if you put these cards in here, like this, watch. If you put these hollers in here, which is, those are your pulls, your bag is still considered a package where we won't have to pay $9 to ship it. This is really important because we pay for materials, packing peanuts, bubble wrap, and Alexis's labor. All right, so the moment you add this, it's now over the 1 pound mark. That's what it just did. So now you have a big fat bag, and it's real heavy because these are pretty dense. They're not sleeved, right? They're nice and dense. You now have a bag over 1 pound. So your request just cost me like a $3 upcharge on the label. That's what that just did. So that's why we don't like bulk. Bulk is very expensive. The bulk itself is not worth $3 to me. Here it is. All right. Maybe we need to have like a special option for keeping bulk, like a per pound package kind of thing. It's some people request it, but it's actually pretty rare if you tell people we just don't do it. All right, so we'll go ahead and mark your bag to be a bit heavier now. And so as a result of that, I'll pay extra for shipping. What do you think of these 50% Canadian tariffs? What? What are you talking about? I'll look that up while we're waiting for this label to generate. 50% Canadian tariffs. Trump new 50% tariff on Canada risk igniting a fresh trade war. Trump is only threatening a 50% tariff. He hasn't actually done it. Why Trump is threatening 50% tariffs? Let's see. I don't know. To me, it sounds kind of like, yeah, I have no clue, to be honest. I hate tariffs. I don't like them. All right. We're going to hit print on that. He signed it. It takes effect in 30 days. I mean, to me, it sounds like a threat. Did he say what he wants? Don't forget the 2 cards in the Cool Kids binder. Oh, yes. You actually mentioned that in the message. Let me go grab those. Thank you very much. Sorry about that, Lorenzo. I got all distracted with our deeply philosophical discussion about about bulk. You got me autistically screeching over here, Lorenzo. That's what happens when people ask for bulk. I start screeching autistically. There it is. All right, so we got this really amazing Ludicolo and a really amazing Nuzleaf. Wow. Okay. We are. Perfect. I'll take this sleeve too. The White House said the tariffs were imposed in response to Canadian discrimination against U.S. motor vehicles, alcohol, and dairy. I've known about the Canadian dairy thing for a long time. Basically, Canada tries to protect their farmers by imposing extremely high tariffs on American dairy. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I guess if Canada wants to do that, America can do the same thing. That's the problem with tariffs, is it becomes a trade war. Either one country gets an edge in the trade, which is what you try to do with the tariff, or both countries say, oh, okay, good, let's do tit for tat. You raise your prices artificially, we'll raise our prices on your stuff artificially, and then everyone will feel bad about it. It'll be great. honestly, I don't like how these cards kind of stick out from the bulk either. Watch this. So if you actually remove that bulk, watch how much nicer the bag is too. So the bag is instantly nicer without the bulk, see? Look how it levels out better. You add the bulk, and now it's like these are sticking out like a hammer. Like a nail, I mean. It sticks out more like a nail now. I don't know. It should be fine. Alexis she'll be sure to pad that down, I'm sure, with lots of bubble wrap. Mr. hates bulk. Yeah, anytime we start working on bulk, I just kind of, I think I have like OCD like my mom. I'm pretty sure she has undiagnosed OCD. My brain focuses down onto a target and it can't let it go till it's fixed. There it goes. All right. I think you're allergic to bulk. I have a theory that most humanity's problems lie in mass production. Companies produce products. It's the opposite. It's the opposite of that. We're lucky we have mass-produced products. That was when life started getting good. That and refrigeration. Refrigeration gave us air conditioning, gave us preserved food, and then we started mass-producing cars, homes, furniture, TVs, Xboxes, video games. Everything became mass-produced, and all of a sudden, everyone could live like a king. So mass production is pretty much what makes us live so well. Without it, we'd be like little tribal groups or something. All right. Lorenzo Shrub, thank you so much, man. Okay, I think we're all done. What's next? Mr. Say Ree really loud. Ree! All right, we have Mr. Isaiah. He's been waiting. He wants last one before bed. Now, you never say last one, Isaiah. It doesn't have to be that way. You can have a last one when you're satisfied. 1, 2, 3. You can be like, all right, one more. 3, 4, 5. Ready? Here goes. Oh, holographic Pikachu sticker. That's me stepping up the quality of the bonus hits. Dark Pupitar. That's expensive. Oh, double hit. Lucario 10. I don't know what that is. Here's the chicken. And good thing you did a last round, man. That last round hits different sometimes. Really, it's the round where you get a hit that allows you to go to bed like you hit your O-Face, your Pokemon O-Face. You ready? All right. So, again, Dark Pupitar is going to be a Rocket Returns card, and it's not cheap at all. So you just pull a really big card out of there. You're not really behind anymore, in my opinion. You were kind of in the negative there by $100 or $150 or something. You're probably caught up with this round. Okay, you ready for this? So this guy is $200. That's Dark Pupitar from Team Rocket Returns. It comes from the Japanese version. And then the Lucario is not in the box. Lucario P10, 174. Let me look again. Maybe I put him in the Poke Shuffles. I didn't see him. Dawn. A lot of poker. Oh, here he is. I found him. Whoa! He is a $200 card as well. That's a jackpot for sure, guys. That is 100% a jackpot round. $400. Wow, dude. All right, now either of these can be re-rolled for $150 if you wish. We were never free. We've been dead since 2012. You have to re-roll. Haha, joking. Yeah, they want you to re-roll and lose it all. Isn't that satisfying somehow? It's really funny when someone like pulls a really big round and it's kind of like a smug moment, and then they re-roll it and it's all gone. I don't know why, but that's it like gets my blood boiling somehow. Like I go, ah! Like the box wins. You know what I mean? I do feel bad about it too, though. I honestly do. You know, for me, it's important that everybody's feeling like they got their money worth. I don't like it when people don't get their money worth, because then I go, well, this person's not having a good time. But it is very funny when somebody gets like a good pull and then they re-roll a good pull. All right, what are we thinking here, Mr. Isaiah? You got to make a tough choice now. You're never free. You're shackled to your phone and the charger of the shackle. They didn't know that. 2012 is when people thought it was the end of the world. People think it's the end of the world every year. Do you guys notice that? Every year there's a "the end is near" group. And every year they're wrong. What does that tell you? It tells you how effed up humans are. It tells you how often people will come up with like a belief that's just totally made up, totally false, and it's just totally neurotic and crazy. And they just do it constantly, like a big prophecy. The prophet. Oh, the prophet. The prophecy. People love that stuff. Zuzu says, keep. What are we thinking, Mr. Isaiah? He's got some tough decisions. Or maybe he fell asleep. I don't know. Maybe he fell asleep. Tells me that it must be close. Right. The end is near. I want it, but it was a cold pack, Alex. So I may just set these up right now. He might be asleep is what I'm thinking, because he said last one before bed. What a lucky ass guy, man. What the hell? Double hits out of the box. But you know, he was going deep tonight. How much did he spend? He spent, well, the first 2 rounds added up to 350, and then the third round adds up to 475. Wow. So he is ahead, though. That's the good part. He's ahead because he pulled that Gengar plush in the first round, and he kept something else. I can't remember what it was. All right, since he didn't answer, these are going over here for now. All right, very good. What do we got now? Those are some... Oh, wait, we got to put this in this bag, too. What do we got now? That's Lorenzo. Fine to the jumbo, Alex. Here it is, the jumbo pack break, everybody. All right, popping this over here. He didn't answer. Just re-roll for him. There you go. Whew. I got to get some of these cards off my shelf. This is driving me nuts. So I got to move some of these. These are mine. This one's mine. This one's mine. I got to put some of these away. What was that Ashen Pikachu card from? Merlin. Look at that. Another one of those Charizards. And that means he never made it to that picture I took earlier. Isn't that interesting? So I actually had one more. Another Tyranitar. Another Pikachu. All right. I like it. These are all fresh poker cards that have been returning. So these are all fresh ones, and I'm adding this to my poker card collection. Nice. All right, so I'm taking these away. Put them over here. I think I need another poker box, basically. Where should I put this? Let's put this here, and we'll put this here. And I'll just stack the poker cards up on in a pile right here. I need another box for the poker cards because the current box is too full. Would love a tag return. Yeah, I know. They haven't made a... Let's see how far we're coming along here. I did kind of complain to them, so I don't know if that's going to help. Tag grading. All they need to do is open another office. That's what they need to do. All right. All my orders are on image processing. They've been stuck on image processing for a very long time. Our oldest order with them is from 3/22. It's officially 4 months old. Damn, dude. It's terrible. Oh, right. I have a CGC return coming, but it's a small one. Just 25 slabs in it. It was a regrade submission. So I got a regrade submission coming. How about this Master Ball Nidorina? But it's Korean. Ooh, what's that worth? And it's SGC. Ooh, what's that worth? So Korean Master Ball Nidorina. I'm going to do $50. I mean, I'm not going to ask too much. There it goes. That is a Master Ball Nidorina. I have $35. What should I spend it on? You send $35 and I'll put you in here with the $5 discount. Or you can do whatever you want with it. It doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm hitting refresh on this. We have nobody in the queue. We got an empty queue, guys. Empty queue. You know what time it is? It's time to grab some more slabs. So here is what I believe is an abandoned slab. This. So I believe that this is an abandoned slab. This guy right here. Okay. And it went to a Jessica Detrium or something like that. Jessica Det something. Let's go look up Jessica. Let's go find out if we have any Jessicas. Nope. How about over here? Let's see. Doesn't look like it. You can usually tell if a card is abandoned based on like how much dust and how worn out the sleeve looks. You know, like something that's like, or like the stickers in the left corner of the slab rather than in the middle. All right, this character, this person, here they are. They're from 2024. Detman. Wow. Ordered in April of 2024. This is a 2-year-old giveaway slab is what it is. It's a 2-year-old giveaway slab. So this was a slab that they won in a giveaway, but they never actually had me ship it. It's from 2 years ago. That's abandoned. It's going up on the table. What do you guys want this Victini to cost, huh? You want it to be free? Out of this. Someone made a Logan Paul Illustrator video calling out PSA. I started watching that tonight while I was doing some work, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, dude, just some guy rambling about how PSA sucks or something. He's talking about how inconsistent they are and how them buying their own slabs is a, you know, it's sort of like a conflict of interest, which I've said that before too, but don't you ever get tired of people complaining about PSA? Oh, PSA's the worst. Oh yeah, what kind of slabs do you buy? You buying only CGCs? Nah, he's got a collection full of, if he even has a collection, because he might not even collect. You never know. These guys make YouTube videos and they don't even collect. They're not even a collector. But okay, you look at their collection and maybe it's just all PSA slabs. So it's like you're going to beat up on PSA, but it's all you collect. So I'm going to see some guys with the only CGC collection, and then they can beat up on PSA all they want. He also mentioned PSA's monopoly. Yeah, of course, because he's making a takedown video, and so he's got to try and say every negative possible thing. It's like a checklist. That's how you make a YouTube video, you know? So you get a checklist together. This is bad, that's bad, this is bad, they're monopoly, blah, 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 blah. So you get a whole checklist. I'm not that kind of consumer that's easy to influence. I'm not easy to influence. I'm not a loyal customer. I'm not that type. You know, I'm a very open-minded and strategic person. The bottom line is PSA is the best. That's why everyone wants them. That's why they had to shut down. That's why I had a 15 million card backlog. That's why their cards sell the fastest. That's why their prices are the highest, other than maybe like Black Label. But people want it. All right, what's this Drowsy all about? So this is appearing to also be an abandoned slab. We're going to see if this guy was from like 2 years ago. So he can complain all he wants. He can complain till the cows come home. Show me what cards he buys. Show me how he doesn't buy any PSA slabs. And maybe he does. Maybe he sticks to what he says. But that's the first point of contention I have with these people is they probably buy PSA slabs. That's probably what they buy. All right, Drowsy. Can we change the OP break to a box break? I'm open-minded to that. Nobody's jumped into the one-piece break yet. Actually, I was thinking of changing it to a Shanks slab. That's what I was thinking of doing. All right, this guy returns from the shipping area as an abandoned slab. Yes. Do I just send in the 50 and save the Victini Ace card? Yeah, you would just say, I want the Victini. There you are. That's how it would work. If it's still there. So what's this? We have a TRG Zatu. This Zatu shall now be for consignment, because that's what he asked me to do. Okay, so let's go find a PSA 10 price for this. It's probably going to be like 55 or something. I might be the buyer. PSA 10, Shiny Treasure. So we're going to say, well, let's say Zatu and then 257. 257. So Zatu 257. Keep it real simple, huh? All right, so the cheapest one appears to be $60. So there it is. Cheapest one, $60. And sold. He sold it to me. So I'm going to put it back into the box because we desperately need slabs at this point. We're getting to a point where it's actually kind of insane how few like Pokey Shuffle style slabs we have available. Okay. I mean, I'm not out of them, but I'm looking at how fast they're moving going. You could be out of them if you don't source some slabs. So I got to do a little sourcing, you know. What is the one piece break? What is the one piece break? The current one piece break was a Luffy card, Luffy magazine, and a nice heavy slab. Ooh, yeah. Beautiful card. He's an embossed card, by the way, so the holder almost doesn't do it justice with the sleeve on. But we already sold one of these. It went very fast. Now, I was thinking maybe do another round because I had 3 of them. But we don't have to do this. We could do something else. All right, so we need 75% of $60. $45. So TRG has 45. We also now have to go comment that this is sold in the consignment channel. So we're going to go to consignment sold. It's going to say TRG Shiny Zatu $60. All right, there it goes. So we create a receipt now when an item sells to help people know. I feel like that's really important, you know. Now I bought it for 60. I'm gonna try and sell it for 65, so that there's that margin in there between the payout and the re-entry. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If I make 20 bucks from that, $20, what would that buy me, really? $20. What does $20 buy you anymore? Doesn't buy you steak dinner at Chili's, because that's like $28. So it doesn't even get you one plate at Chili's. It's kind of crazy. Here. I would have to sell a lot of these to make money. That's how it is. 257 certainly doesn't pay your mortgage. Zatu T10. All right. That is a $2 steak. Hey, what's up, Mr. CS Man? We got the new Chinese Terra Festival EV Heroes, or the, I call it EV Heroes, the Terra Festival set with the exclusive Sylveon After All. Yeah, I really didn't want to buy that set, but I had a couple people asking for it, so I ended up doing it. That goes into the Poke Shuffle. So, Pitch Black isn't here. I bet you it shows up tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to look at the tracking, okay? Because I know you were really interested in that one. Give me a second. What is the one piece break? Boom, all right. I bought 2 expensive slabs today just to resell them, nothing else. Okay. Last location, Camdenton, Missouri. Let me check my front porch just to be double sure it didn't get delivered. I'm gonna check my front porch. It's not there. So what that means is the item is literally down the road from me. It's in their processing facility down the road. So it's almost here. It's going to be here tomorrow. Yeah, I'm in Camdenton, and it says the package is in Camdenton. So let's see. Okay, do a little refresh here. Honestly, I feel like the Victini could go in that box too, couldn't it? Let's see. So Victini's going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Victini's pretty cheap. Poker Victini. Why does a Pokemon have dark in it? That's a good question. What will it be priced at, do you think? I won't know until it arrives. Here it is. Probably my usual pricing, though. I mean, it's not going to be like... It's not going to be as more expensive or more cheap than usual. Just another Pokemon set. There we go. All right, so that's up there. My God, this is too tall of a slab, man. The CGC slabs are just like taller and fatter and more annoying. That's the problem for SGC. They had to change. I don't know. Do you think they would change that? All right, guys, we got an open queue. We got no orders in the queue right now. It's Monday night. What would you guys like to do for fun, huh? What do you guys, what's on your minds right now? Tell me what you're thinking about right now. Let's go ahead and check these slabs over here. We're just working on slabs. We had some really heavy orders right at the beginning of the stream. Now, this was given back to me, as was this. So these two slabs were donated to me. And what's this? And this one. So 3 of these. All right. And the update on the January PSA sub. No changes as far as I know. I didn't see any changes. PSA just returned like 3 submissions to us, so they probably have us on a wait list or something. They're like, he already got one. Do the next guy. The Dark Lord, A New Hope. Ooh. Slab's looking kind of ratty, man. There. Here is Mimikyu. Oh, PayPal slow. Oh, no. Oh, you sent a PayPal order and you're saying I'm not receiving it yet? Let me log into PayPal, or let me hit refresh on this. Let's see. All right, I don't see that. Let me log in here. Okay, we're logging in. Your passkey isn't working right now. Wow, that's so annoying. First, they made me make a passkey, and now it's not working. So they make me put my password in anyways. Why make me take a passkey then? It's so stupid. All right, Lorenzo Shrub was the last order of the night. Okay, we're going to grab this Greavard. So we got Greavard, Mimikyu, and Darth Vader to price up. Cool. Some new slabs hitting the table here, guys. I honestly don't know what to make the Darth Vader card. It looks cool, though. Is it like a refractor? I guess it's not a refractor. On my end. Hold on, gosh. Okay, we're going to grab this. All right. We're going to grab this. All right. 9s. Do you guys ever consider collecting 9s? They're some of the cheapest cards you can collect that are still really close to a 10. So this will be just $15. Okay, that one's ready to be given away. Now, Mimikyu and Greavard. Let's take a quick look at those. Oh, it's a Chinese Greavard. Interesting. Mimikyu. Let's see, Mimikyu. Trick or Trade. Halloween's next, isn't it, guys? After January's over. So this is about 25. Okay. This guy really shouldn't be too expensive either. I'm going to make him about 35. Okay. Good. So, wow, that's a whole round of fresh cards up there. They still put chemtrails in the sky. You think those are chemtrails? So the FDA says it made a mistake on the Taylor Farms positive cyclospora test. They said it was a false positive. Ooh, so what you're suggesting is, as a society, we still don't know what's causing the diarrhea parasite? Ooh. I'm going to guess it's some company that is using cheap, disgusting methods to water their plants because they're cutting corners, they're trying to save money, and so they've got infected, dirty water. They're spraying it all over our produce, and then we're just eating that, getting sick because of corporate farming. It might be corporate farming. It might be farming that's been outsourced to a place that does not give a crap. You know, they don't have the same cleanliness standards or something. Box of OP15, and now we're paying the price. We got poop spewing out of our poopy holes. That's what we get for wanting everything to be cheap. All right, well, we're flying through these OP15s, huh? You can't wash away cyclospora. You might be right. I'm sure the problem could be detected and fixed, but the culprits don't want to pay money to fix it. That's what I mean to say, okay, you know? All right, you ready? Like every major farm right now could run a test to see if they have cyclospora in their food, and they're probably not going to do that. They're going to wait till they get caught. That's probably what they'll do. They'll wait till they get caught. They're not going to tell on themselves. Oh, it was us. There we are. Think of all the money that could be lost. WE, it's called You Can't Wash and Rinse. Only cooked vegetables for me for a while, huh? I mean, I'd probably survive it, but imagine you were like 80 years old. Catching this parasite could be the end of you, right? Because people do die from diarrhea. In fact, I think there's already been a case of someone dying from it. Yeah, people do die from it. It doesn't seem dangerous when you're young, but or like when you're not immunocompromised or when you're healthy. You get older and it doesn't become something you come back from, you know. Wipes you out in a poopy death splatter. Sounds like BS. I'm sure you can clean it off. It might be hard to clean off. I'm assuming you can cook it off, right? That's why some cultures, they prefer to like cook their lettuce and stuff like that, right? Like they learned the hard way that raw vegetables are dangerous. Just like the reason that we started cooking our meat. We don't eat raw meat because there's parasites and bacteria in it. I'm going to eat Taco Bell lettuce every day, hoping I get that lucky diet lettuce. I'm on the cyclosporosa diet. I can't feel my butthole anymore. All right, what do we got? Hello. Got to lose 20 pounds by eating Taco Bell. Yeah, you'll lose 20 pounds eating Taco Bell anyways, because if you just mix that with a little Baja Blast, you get the diarrhea anyways. Nah, Taco Bell will make you fat, dude. Here we are. Taco Bell's terrible. I try to eat Taco Bell, and it's always so, like, you know, it's, like, so cheap, dude. Like, the tortillas, which I don't even like tortillas, but the tortillas always taste way worse than the tortillas from, like, a family-owned Mexican restaurant. That's a fact. The beans are terrible. The cheese, you know, if you like the sort of, like, nacho cheese, but it's not, like, that's not Mexican food, you know? That's American, which we all know that, but... yeah, you get their nasty canned fake cheese product, nacho cheese product on the meat, and it's like, then they give you like the most measly sprinkling. Who's still here? Malware attack. Who's still here? Who's still alive? They've been having a lot of people call in. What time is it? So it reset at 3:58 a.m. I'm pretty sure they're doing something on their side. Who's still here? I'm pretty sure that the internet company's doing something on their side. You know why? Because it reset at precisely the same time as last time. Okay, it's saying that the Wi-Fi is back up now. Can you guys still hear? Did you touch the forbidden wire? No, the Wi-Fi is out. At approximately 3:58 a.m., we're running on Wi-Fi hotspot. This happened like 3 or 4 days ago, so I suspect they're doing some work on their mission unstable due to a weak network. All right, so can you still see the cards? Is it visible? Give me some feedback. Should we? Doritos Locos Taco Attack. Those are okay. Have you ever tried eating a lot of those in a row? They become really disgusting really fast. The Doritos Locos Tacos. Here, let's test this out. Let's see. Available. iPhone, Spectrum. Nah, I don't see our internet. So it's still down. Let me know if the quality is good enough. Stream is lagging a lot for me. It is sort of laggy. Blurry, laggy. All right. A little blurry. Let me throw this away. Bitrate, gone to poop. Yeah, because we're on cell phone data. We're streaming from cell phone data. That's what we're doing right now. We're just waiting for that internet to come back on. Will it be coming back on? I wonder if it'll be coming back on. It's 4 a.m. now. Might have to reset. I ate 17 Doritos. iPad's on, laptop is on. Let me just change the internet now. Okay, you ready? How's it holding up? How's it looking now? Is it looking better? What are you guys thinking? We should be back up all the way. The theories are true. Mister's made of pixels. Way better. All right, it's back on. And there's the hit. I knew we had to be close to it. I didn't want to reveal it with bad internet. I want to reveal it with good internet. Here is the hit, OP15007, huh? I don't know who this guy is. All right, cool. So that happened last time precisely at the same time. So I believe that they are resetting my internet at 3:58 a.m. Probably they're taking their own servers down in order to do like a reset on their own servers. But yeah, I called Como Internet. That's my provider. They're called Como. And usually they're pretty good, but they told me that they're actually having problems. Como Internet said ever since the tornado hit us during July 4th, they've been receiving tons of complaints and they've been trying to fix it. Here we are. Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew this, but there was a really bad storm came in to Lake of the Ozarks on July 4th and knocked out power for just about half of the entire area. It is no power. There we go. All right. Giveaway for the real ones who stayed. Yeah, we should host a giveaway tonight just like we normally do. That's going to be hosted in our Discord server. We are swapping the giveaway over to the Discord server. That's how you play it for a little while. Right here, I'm gonna hit period. Boop. All right. So the giveaway channel is reset now. So you can go guess a number between 1 and 20 in the giveaway channel in Discord right now, okay? So get over there and type in a number between 1 and 20. Watch this. TCC. All right. Like Mr. JXSHH, he just guessed a 6. Look. See? So you guys can jump in there. Here we are. All right. I'm on the Discord, but on my laptop. Too lazy to turn it on. Okay, so we're going to grab this. You know, that's all right, Mr. Astral. The funny thing is, the people who tend to win those giveaways are people who, you know, they're real consistent. So they just always get themselves into it. Give themselves a lot of shots at it, you know. Roki Hugh. So that's another full bag. Let's see, where were we putting your... These are your hollows over here? So you're starting to get a hollows overflow bag. Wow, wow, wow. This box clapped me. That one was no good of a box. Darn. There you go. I like it when you pull the really hot boxes. Okay. Where shall we put this? Maybe I'll just put this right here. Okay, who's getting clapped? I don't know, Mr. Cheese. All right, so the internet's back up. Boy, it sucks that we lost internet. And we're going to hit refresh on the website. Bag 4 already. Yeah, maybe we should convert you into your own box by now. Let me see. If we do that, I have to go get a new ETB. Let me go grab a fresh ETB. All right, so over here we have the ETBs. Here we are. Good. So 2 fresh ETBs. And we'll just grab this guy. Okay. Good. How's life going, Mr. Cheese? Give us a report. Give us the cheese report. There we are. New Orleans PD is trying to get armed drones. What? We're going to need armed drones. I mean, I guess that's where it's all heading, right? Like, of course they are, because who wouldn't want them? Why would you want to go in after a bad guy When a drone can go in after a bad guy, doesn't that sound much better? Sounds better to me. If I'm a cop, I don't want to have to go in after some guy who might shoot me. Think about that, you know? You ever think about that? Who really wants to be a cop anymore? Just get shot at by crazies. You get shot at by some desperate person, some person who's high, out of their mind, some person who's done a really horrendous crime and they're going to go away for a long time if they get caught. So they're willing to fight to the end to not be caught. You know, like, who would really want to be a cop? And now people don't even like cops. They talk about cops like the cops are the problem. Well, the problem is the cops. Oh, right. Forgot about that. The cop is the issue, not the murderers, the rapists, the thieves. There you go. All right. Here's Suicune. So why would you want to be a cop? Society doesn't even like you anymore. There's a whole political platform for getting rid of you. And then you got to go in after bad guys and get shot at because you're in America and every crazy person has a gun. Especially somebody who's doing crime probably has a gun. There we go. What do we got? Imagine smoking a cigarette 19 feet from a door and a drone just comes after you with a nightstick. They're coming right at me. The drone pulls out a baton, starts beating the person on the head. It was self-defense. Let's see. I want to be a cop. Criminal fuck. Here comes Team Rocket. Now, we just priced this one, so I know that one. Here's Larvesta 9. Pretty cheap. Force of Despair. Now, this could be a good giveaway, actually. I'll put this in the giveaway box. Future giveaway. Force of Despair. So we got a Squidward. Ah, this one looks great. Arcanine. Wow, that looks really nice. Here's Rhyhorn 9. We're rotating the 9s box, by the way. Lots of cool cards popping out there. It's Mr. Chris G. What's up, Chris? How's it going, Chris? All right, let's get these rotated, shall we? Let's get around off the table. We got Minchino coming down. We've got Oshawott 9 coming down. Ekans 9. Heracross 8. And that's Latios 10. How about Duskull 9? What up, guys? You guys want me to host any gym breaks? Let me know. So we're going to jump in here and take a picture of the 9s channel. Okay. Did this not update? It should. Oh, there it goes. It updated. I was going to say, it should say that both the Gengars sold. Okay. Take a picture of those. Well, that took a while to upload. Just become a Pokemon scalper. That's right. That's why I love Team Rocket. They're criminals. All the downtown coffee shops are going to put signs on their charging stations that say, not for charging police drones. Hey, cab. All right, what do we got? I say we just get rid of the cops, just like people are asking for, and then people just get to do what they want for a while. See how that goes. I'm sure Rebecca with the nose ring is going to do really well in the new copless society. All right, you ready? We don't even need them. We can just hug the criminals. What do they think will happen? What do they think society will do? No, wait a second. This is a Weiss Brown Dust. This is GA Bunko. Let me grab the right thing for you. Sorry, they're both new. It looks different from that. Here it is. But it's slightly similar. Their colors are slightly similar. All right, there we go. We got lovely brown dust. Lovely crusty brown dust. Lovely stinky brown dust. If you say ACAB 3 times, the FBI pops up at your door. No love for scalpers. What do you guys think is worse in this world? Pokemon card scalpers or criminals or cops? We are. What's the worst thing? I'm going to vote Pokemon scalpers. Not me, of course. I'm one of the good ones. We are. They did that in a small part of Seattle. The whole area turned into a crack den that no one could go into without being murdered. You're talking about the Chaz Chop area, Summer of Love? I watched all of that. We are. Ooh. All right. Very good. I was watching the news every day during that time period. It was nuts, dude. It was like some sort of societal experiment. We are. Some dude got killed in there, right? And then it got torn apart afterwards. People are like, all right, the experiment's over. The Chaz thing did not end well. No, people died. We are. All right. I say bring it back. Someone got killed, and the cop said, F this. Yeah, I guess. Here goes. You ready? I think if the cops had all resigned at the same time across the country, and during that time period, during that, holy cow, man, how do I get invited to this? If the cops all resigned simultaneously, society would be forced to kind of look at it and be like, oh, you know, like, what do we do now? I guess people who are willing to just do anarchy are the winners, right? The anarchists have control of society. And you just kind of sit back and hopefully you have a gun in your home, but you have to sit back and just kind of hope that they leave you alone. You know, the mob doesn't come after you in particular, right? And that's one of the things that drove a big surge of people out of St. Louis. Remember, the whole BLM thing started in St. Louis. That's where I'm from. I worked in those areas for Coca-Cola. It's called North County. And so I would work in those areas. And I remember it distinctly, that, you know, part of my experience as a human. You know, I like to think people are who they are because of their experiences. Anyways, so that drove a surge of people to move out to the countryside, that and COVID. So COVID and the Summer of Love drove people out to the countryside. They wanted to be far away from cities. It actually changed real estate. Whoa, what the butt? That's a lot of butt. Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, has exploded in population, and the house prices have exploded relative to other parts of Missouri because it's all the people draining out of the cities, going into the countryside, saying, hey, where do I not be around any of this? What is this card, man? That's crazy. Here's this Booty Cheeks girl. Okay, you got a little Booty Cheeks girl. All right, well, they pulled no punches with this set. This is a very lewd set. All right. Out here in Lake of the Ozarks, there's cops everywhere. It's too much, actually. You want to speed, but there's like a cop watching around every corner, and you're like, holy cow, man, no more cops. That's a lot of butts and a lot of boobs. That's what this set's all about. Matthew Rodriguez, let's go grab your bag. Thanks, Matthew. All right. Remember YouTube watching? I remember. You would probably be safe, but they might stop gay kissing. What? It depends on where you remove, not gay kissing, it depends on where you remove the police, what it turns into. If you did it in Boise, there would be a privately funded volunteer police force. It would likely be extremely conservative. Yeah, something would happen. Something approximating the police would become, you know, normalized, because it's like, it's all fun and games to, you know, sit back in your comfortable home and talk about how the problem is the police. And then you get rid of them. It's like, all right, well, what happens the next time somebody's breaking in your home, right? Who are you going to call? Batman? Batman, help! It's me. Steal your stuff, man. Anyways, it's never going to happen. There's too many normal people, obviously. Dude, I heard Bill Maher talking in an interview today, and he was talking about voting for the conservatives. I've listened to Bill Maher for like most of my life. We are. And it's crazy to hear him say that. I mean, it was obviously, really obviously, it was going to happen. He was going to say something like that, because you could see him changing in real time over the last couple of months. And, but yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, because I think it implies how the country's changed politically in a way people didn't expect. Covenant Hunters didn't sell. I really love this card, but I'm going to lower the price. Did you get Pitch Black in? Pitch Black will probably arrive tomorrow, okay? Sounds like there's a lot of interest in Pitch Black, so I'll be watching that. Okay, and then here's Bulbasaur Yellow. It's interesting because there wasn't as much interest in Chaos Rising. Why is that? Is it just because of the Darkrai card? Are people really going nuts for a Darkrai card? Here's the Commander Cody helmet. Here's Diglett for 100. That's probably going to stay the same. And Rosalina for 25. What are the good pulls from Pitch Black? As far as I can tell, it's mostly just 2 cards. dark rye and golden dark rye. Oops. All right, so we're going to take a picture. There we go. Another round of 9s. I didn't expect there to be as much hype for the Pitch Black set. I thought that set would be kind of like, you know, just okay. Next up, we have a Mr. Zacchaeus Benson. What? I would like 2 Waifu Shuffles, 1 Live Custom, a box of Sneaker Bunker Volume 2, 2 packs of Solo Leveling Volume 3, and I don't have a bag. Is this a first-time order, Mr. Zach? I believe it is. So if it's a first-time order, you get a bonus card. We got this little ghastly for you. Let's get started. A Live Custom, huh? Pitch Black has interest rate? What does it? Who's Bill Maher? You know, Bill Maher. 1, 2, 3. He made a movie, kind of a documentary style movie called, I think it was called Religulous. And it was sort of a mockumentary making fun of different religions. It was really fun. He made it like 20 years ago. It's been a while. I would watch it. It's very watchable. Here it is. Back then, he was like, you know, he was the smart, clever guy because he went after the ridiculousness of religions during a time period that was more conservative and still extremely, you know, religious. Nowadays, people have moved away from some of it. You know, you see a lot of, especially young people, moving away from that. And I was one of those people who watched that, and I listened to Richard Dawkins. Man, he's smart. Richard Dawkins is, he you know, he gets a lot of attention for being irreligious, but he is actually just a really smart guy who did a ton of research in biology and contributed to that field of science by doing a lot of writing. And you can just go read those writings. He's a really smart guy, and he contributed a lot to biology, the field of biology. And I feel like he helped shape my understanding of the world. You know, whatever his religious beliefs are, aside from that, just his understanding of like, yeah, all of his education in like fetal development, evolution, genetic replication, all those kind of things really, really affected my understanding of the world. All right, you ready? 2 Waifu Shuffles. This is a first-time order, although I've been watching for a while. Hey, what's up, man? Zip man. 2 cold ones from the Waifu Shuffle. All right, no luck from either the Live Custom or the Waifu Shuffles. A tough start. Darn. A box of the Sneaker Bunko Volume 2, 2 packs of Solo Leveling Volume 3. So before we feel bad, let's see what kind of luck you get out of there, okay? Because you might have some luck over there. Now, I saw some Solo Leveling. Where are we storing it? So first of all, I've got a problem over here. I have a problem. I've got way too many bags from trades. I have too many trade bags. I need to take these. I need to put them on a shelf or something like that. They need to go into some kind of box. This is becoming a real issue because I can't find booster packs. Okay. So let me pull these down for a minute. Okay. STL E-check. What does that mean, I wonder? I wrote that on his bag a long time ago. That's a trade bag. So these are all trades. And we're looking for the solo leveling packs, right? That's Sean Gallagher 1125. I don't think that's actually expired. I'll put this back up here. I think that expires on 1126. All right. I got to keep an eye on that. Here's Hayden. Here's some more of these. That looks like a trade bag for sure. Look how many trade bags we had. We just had so much of it. Okay. This was just recently donated. And what else? This is a trade bag. Sorry about that. I'm doing this on your first time order, but I got to find your packs that you want. All right. Good. And there they are. I think I found them. We just unburied them. They were kind of buried under all that stuff. We were stacking these on top of those boxes. Now, what to do with this all? I guess I'll temporarily put them in here. Okay, so these will all be moved off the table. I have to make a profit on those somehow now, off of all those cards that we got in those trade breaks. because I certainly gave up some slabs that could have just been sold for cash. Oh, now the last thing you needed was a Sneaker Bunko box. Do I got a box of Sneaker Bunko nearby? I should. I should always have a box of Sneaker Bunko nearby. Let's go grab some more. There we go. Ta-da! Ooh, 2 Sneaky Bunkos. All right, and you said 2 packs of solo leveling, not 3. Here, you can have a bonus pack for your first time order. Okay. Ready? Ooh. We're also supposed to put you in the ZELLE giveaway, because you're out here using ZELLE like a boss. Oh. Okay. All right. Bowie ones. That's right. 30th celebration might be the best set in a long time. I mean, we just had Ascended Heroes. I feel like people are going to get burnt out. There's too much. There's way too much. Yeah, I feel like there's so much going on with Pokemon right now. Okay, let's snip this. Let's snip this. You're going to start some of that 30th on the menu? It comes out in September, doesn't it? When does it actually come out? It doesn't come out right away, right? I'm getting thousands of Illustrator 30th anniversary cards at PSA. I'm staying in Beanie Baby Corner. It's nice and safe and cheap. All right, there we go. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of demand for it. Hopefully, they've printed a lot, too, though. Think about it. They've probably printed tons. And honestly, I think society's going to get pretty sick of overpriced Pokemon cards eventually. It's got to happen one day. The Pokemon frenzy is going to calm down, and you're going to see some of those vintage slab prices come down a bit, I think. Okay, you ready? That's pack number 1. Pack number 2 is cold. And pack number 3. Ooh. So these are both pretty cool. You got the Ant-Man and the Dragon. Kaizel and Ant King. Ooh. So those are your solo leveling pulls. Let's try these Sneaky Bunko pulls. Okay. Woof! Oh my gosh, not the Doggy Girls. Doggy Girls better than most of these hollows. Bow wow, bark, bark. Ready? All right, we're looking for Siggies. Whoa, you did just fine. I told you I wasn't going to get too worried about your pulls yet. Not until we were done with your order. Look at that. First time order, he immediately pulls a great signature. All right. Nice. That's right. He got a nice signature. Okay. Very good. Well, thanks, mister. Yeah. That's good stuff. All right. We supply a lot of Weiss Schwarz product. You guys are going to see more of it coming. I actually just ordered some, and I just pre-ordered more after that. So we keep a lot of this product, and we get full cases and master cases and all that good stuff. We actually still have a master case of this product left. Actually, so what we have are a sealed case, an open case. That was the end of a case where, well, actually, I don't know which was which. So here's a funny thing about your order. So I was looking for the Sneaker Bunko, and I discovered a loose box inside of a 2/3 finished master case. I said, oh, there's a loose box in here. And I grabbed it, and then I went over to the Weiss Schwarz shelf, and there was an open case of the Sneaker Bunko. But I don't remember which one I gave you. I either gave you the one from the case that's already open or the final box of a previous case. I don't know which one you got. But anyways, obviously it was a very lucky box, whichever one you just got. So we've got a sealed case from a master case left. We've got a an open case that is about 2/3 full. And then we got 3 more cases inside of a sealed master case left, which you can buy the whole master case from me if you got deep pockets. So we got a master case. Somebody could open that. Here we are. And it would be the whole stream, baby. Here we are. I haven't seen many waifus at work. Slowly starting to see more Gundam. Yeah, so I also ordered some GD5 Gundam, so we're going to eventually see that. I need to get back on the wagon with Dragon Ball. I have not been offering a lot of Dragon Ball. I think it's because I got hurt so badly with Dragon Ball earlier. Dragon Ball, you just could not sell it. Nobody buys it. It just sat there and sat there and sat there. Even if you lowered the price over and over again, it just, nobody bought it. And so, you know, Dragon Ball, I kind of lost my interest in it as a result of that. Here we go. How much money is a master case about? The master case, I think, was priced at like 5.3 thousand. Let me see. Here, I can look it up from my eBay. I have it simultaneously listed on eBay. Obviously, if you buy it here, I'll give you a discount. Sort of like minus the eBay fee, right? So let's see. Weiss. There it is. So on eBay, the master case is 5.8 thousand. I'd probably be willing to do a 5.3 thousand for you. If you got $5,000 sitting around burning a hole in your pocket, could be an extremely fun night. Your case would take up the whole night, probably. All right, that was a first-time order, and it went pretty swell. What are you investing in at the moment? Well, obviously, Pokemon. Forget about the S&P 500. Pokemon. Gotta spend all my money. Oh, no. But are you asking me specifically what cards I'm buying? You know, I've thought about offering a channel that reveals, like, my latest purchases or something like that. And I'm talking about, like, strategic purchases. Or, like, writing a book or something like that. And giving away some of my secrets. You are? All right. I've thought about doing that for fun. Really hard to get the free time to do that. But I guess I'm concerned that maybe people would not feel like it's worth the money or something. Okay. Zacchaeus Benson. You're Mr. Benson, huh? Shut up and get back to work. You're going into the Z-Box. You're a Z-Box guy now. The Z-Box has lots of room in it. We got 2 new Zachs. Zach Standing and Zach Benson. How cool is that, everybody? Oh, so we're not done with your turn. You're a new guy, and you immediately started using ZELLE. So you're going on the ZELLE giveaway. That's right. People who use ZELLE actually help me save money. Here it is. About 3%. And so if you want to be automatically put into a ZELLE giveaway, you got to use ZELLE to pay for your cards. There goes. So, Zach, you're on. You're spot number 8. Cool. That's for a tag 10 card. How cool is that? Now, the other thing I'm going to do for you, since it's your first night, I'm going to toss you... Oh, I thought I heard something. I'm going to toss you on the regular giveaway. Now, this giveaway is being hosted in Discord this time. You do have to be in our Discord server to get in. I'm going to call you Zach Ben. Here we are. Do you have any Darkrai slabs? Actually, I have a PSA 9 Darkrai slab somewhere. Yeah, are people going nuts for Darkrai? Where'd he go? I don't know where he went. Did I take a picture of him already? Is he already in the Discord server? Maybe he's already in the Discord server. Ooh, that's that 9s break. Nobody jumped in the 9s break. $120. Guess he's just not popular enough. Nobody wants to play with poor unknown A. What's the cheapest behind ZELLE? That's a great question. It might be CASHAPP or it might be Venmo. I'm not sure. But they're both pretty close to PayPal, so it's not really a lot of savings. But ZELLE, $0 per transaction. 0. Love it. ZELLE's my favorite. All right. So congratulations, Mr. Zach. What do we got now? I place an online order. Ooh, an online order, he says. Apparently there was a fight at the World Cup. We have a Mr. Chris order. You ready, Chris? His order is for 1 live custom and 2 Pokey Shuffles. All right, 1 live custom. We got to add a new card to the live custom box. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Very good. Oh, look at that 1-pack snipe, everybody. Aren't you jealous? Raikou 10. All right, that's probably a poker card if I had to guess. Grab this whole box. Raikou. Let's see. Number 243. Give me a second. All right, so here you are. Raikou 10. Says here he's $100. You can keep him or re-roll him for $75. Has Mr. Brett Love seen the Unknown Break? I don't think he has. I kind of put it up there for him, and because he mentioned he wanted an unknown, but I just don't think he's seen it. I'm tempted to take a picture of it and just let it move off into the Nines channel. Well, Mr. Chris, the card was originally placed in there for $150, so you can re-roll it for $75, but that would be like half its value almost. If you really don't like it, it might be worth the re-roll, but if you think it's a good card, I'd just keep it. You also need 2 Pokey Shuffles. What are you thinking, Chris? You know what's crazy, Chris? You've actually had some pretty good luck on this channel, and I think you would be up if you didn't re-roll too much. Some of those re-rolls really got you. All right, that's your 2 Pokey Shuffles. Keep. I gave it away before. It's meant to be. Can't re-roll. 1 star spot. Wow, you just get really lucky sometimes, huh? All right, so he's saying he wants to keep this one. You got it. And it's Chris Gonzalez, huh? We don't want to mess the name up because it's very important the name matches the label when we ship. If the names are different, like if it's Christopher Gonzalez when we ship, then Alexis will skip your slab. She'll assume it's someone else's. All right, so that says can't re-roll. That's because it's a star spot. You're going into the star box break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's get this baggie out of the way. It's driving me nuts. Okay, that can go in there. Grab all these. Okay, this goes back in the box. Like that. Like so. Oops. And you need a card that looks like this. Good. The box break. Here it is. Ki-Hyun Roh is in there, and so is Chris Gonzalez. You're in the star box breaks for a whole box. You get to keep the box if you get pulled. It's this guy right here. He's a 41 and 8 vintage G.I. Joe from like 2003, I think. Where is it? Something like that. All right. G.I. Joe. Jump in there. If you want a chance for that whole box, you could then immediately open it if you get pulled. Or you can sell it on eBay. Doesn't matter what you do. It's yours. I feel like I can spell that marker from memory. Do you have boxes of Azure Lane Volume 2? I should, yeah. If you want to open up boxes of that. Yeah, I should have boxes of that. Azure Lane Volume 2. It's from Wizard of the Coast? Dang. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Pokemon's from Wizard of the Coast, the early Pokemon. Oh, yeah. So I think we're all caught up. Let me just close this. All caught up. It's Monday night. We're still taking orders. Let's get a round of cards to take off the table. Here's Alakazam's Black Star promo. See, I feel like that should be listed on eBay. Black Star promo, Alakazam, huh? Staff card. I just feel like he's not going to be chosen by you guys. He's like an expensive card, you know? I feel like I know you guys. You guys like really cheap cards. I'll get this bulk out of the way. It looks like some... It's funny, we have all this bulk and it falls over eventually. Okay, watch this. So I'm going to take a pretty picture of him. Let's take a couple pictures of this guy. Is that your last box of G.I. Joe? I think I have one more box after that. You can buy a box outright. If you guys are interested in a box, you're always welcome to buy a box of that outright. In fact, I'd love to give you a deal on it. Oh man, you can't you can't see what it says because it's got all these cards behind it. Maybe maybe this, like this. Hold on. Take a picture. No, because that's unreadable too. You pretty much have to have a black background for these tag cards. If you don't have a black background, you almost can't see what it's saying. There it goes, like that. See? Now you can read it. That's funny. It's goofy. Okay, so let's do it. So we got Alakazam. Wow, that just looks bad. It's my camera. I need my camera to be better. All right. Now we'll hold this up in my hand. Now flip it around. Okay, we'll zoom in on this. Ah, there it goes. Okay. And we'll zoom in on this. All right, good. So I just took a bunch of pictures of that with the interest in selling it on eBay. Where did I put its sleeve? Over here. 5,000 IQ. I feel that Alakazam is underrated. I sent a trial ZELLE to make sure I got the right ZELLE. Let me take a check. Sergio Corona, $1. Ah, yeah, it totally worked. So that is correct. That's what I do. I like to send trial orders. So we're going to head over here to eBay. Oh, there was a delivery job available to me. Did I tell you guys I signed up to be able to work for like a delivery app on Saturday just because I was curious and just because I'm extremely bored when I'm not working. And okay, so let's price this. Tag 9, staff, Alakazam. And I noticed right away there were no jobs in Lake of the Ozarks. But today a job actually popped up. So we'll call this Hollow number 0003. And I was shocked at how little it paid. I was like, wow, that pays nothing. So Staff Alakazam Hollow. And then we'll say Mega Evolution. Evolution. It was like this 48-minute drive there and back. And it paid like 18 bucks. I was like, holy cow, dude. Who's getting paid 18 bucks to drive for 50 minutes? It's so insanely poorly paying. Like, who would ever do that? All right, we're going to search for this. Continue without a match. Is the card professionally graded? Yes. Sorry, let's get this done. Let's not talk too much. Let's not spend all our time talking. But anyways, we signed up for like a delivery app because Karis and I were so bored on Sunday. I really don't, when I'm not working on cards, when I'm just supposed to be having fun, I really do not have a lot of fun. I really don't. I just kind of play some video games sometimes. I do like video games, but I play video games and not a lot else. It's like I can't enjoy myself. And so I said, well, what would be fun? I said, well, what if I was doing like deliveries or something just to get out of my home? Okay, we'll use an AI description. Anyways, it's not really for profit or anything because I definitely don't need it. But it's like I'm just that bored and I can't think of a reason to leave my home to go on, sort of an adventure or to explore or something like that. Oh, actually, we're going to change the price to $177. I just sent for the 200 Team Rocket PSA 9 first edition for Slab Away. Sounds good, man. That's a good one. I think that was a good choice. All right. I don't think you were able to directly say that on eBay. Got to keep prices down. Mister, I can send you an Instacart referral link. What's that like? Does that pay better than $18 for 50 minutes of work? It is. Shipping. Okay, we're going to list your item. Karis and I do not need that money at all, not even close. And yet we can't find anything to do on the weekends. No kids. We don't really hang out with family. I'm tired of just playing games all day on the weekend, you know? And I really just don't have fun. So I don't know what to do. And the funny thing is, doing some kind of job does sound fun, but it can't be Pokemon because I already do Pokemon all day long, every day. So I need something that's not Pokemon. And so the funny thing is, I'm tempted to fill in my empty free time with just more work. So, okay, we're done working for Pokemon for 50 hours a week, 55 hours a week. Now, for my free time, let's do some work. That's kind of what I'm saying. It's like I finally found something. We could just do more work. You need a dog. No, I would not like that. Do you think eBay would take the listing down or something? Which listing? Oh, like an advertisement on eBay. All right, so here we go. So we got Mr. Zach Ben. You ready? 1 box of Azure Lane, 1 Waifu Shuffle, 1 Harry Potter pack. Okay, it's your turn first. So he actually was the next person in line. Let's open up this Harry Potter pack. I sent the 39 for the Team Rocket card. Nice. Sounds good, man. Lots of people do it anyways. You're not allowed to ask buyers to do deals off eBay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's eBay wants to collect its due. That's just how it is. I don't blame eBay for that, you know. That's how they make their money. Midair collision, canceled practice, a beginner's guide to transfiguration, screech owl, charms. I'll usually say something like, find me in the wild, I'm the Cardconomist. Here's barn owl, spiral dive. There you go. Look at you, man. He just went from one hit to the next hit, huh? Silver unicorn horn. Ooh, cool, man. Okay. Man, these books were so fun to read as a kid. They really were something special, weren't they? They had like a special feeling to them where you were just super curious what was going to happen next the whole time. All right. Good. Okay. Say pulling a hollow out of the Harry Potter pack. Now, over here. Yeah, like we have the option of going swimming, right? There's a lot of pools. We also have the lake, right? But I didn't really feel like swimming in the lake this year. We don't have that many toys, no Sea-Doos. We sold all that stuff. And the lake water, it's like you have to shower after you're done swimming in the lake water or else you're going to be all mucky. And I just don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like taking an extra shower because I went swimming in the lake. So the previous day, we had already gone swimming in the public pool. And it's just like, I didn't want to go swimming again. So I can't swim 2 days in a row. I'm not boating. I'm not sea-doing. I'm not fishing. There's no malls. What is there to do? I couldn't think of a single thing. Like, what? I have nowhere to go shopping. I couldn't think of a single thing. But I couldn't just go back to work because that's almost depressing. You know, like, I guess I could work 7 days a week nonstop. But there's something wrong about that. Like, your brain's like, no. You need something beyond the hamster wheel. And yeah, I don't know, it's weird. And so my brain was kind of like, well, what if you could do something else that made money? You know what I mean? Like some other kind of job. It is. All right, Mr. Is that a Zero Lane or Sneaker Bunko again? Oh, he orders a Zero Lane and I just gave him a box of Sneaker Bunko. Oh my gosh. All right, welcome guys to my box of Sneaker Bunko. This box is for me. So we've got the doggy. Wow, look at these cards I'm pulling for myself. I forgot, you and I had a little conversation about swapping it over to Azure Lane. So when I read the order, my brain thought, okay, his next box of Sneaker Bunko. We'll go get you that Azure Lane. Now, you say Azure Lane, and you want it to be Japanese, so we'll get you the Japanese box. We'll just open this box for me. Let me collect all the doggy girls out of it. I'll just grade up the doggy girls. Play some video games. I got a signature, too? Wow, we both got signatures? That's wild, dude. Apparently, you should have opened this box. This was the next box. If you had just opened it, you'd have just gotten another signature. I did not anticipate that. I was even explaining that too, wasn't I? I was saying something like, one of the boxes was the last box from a previous case. So there was no continuity between them. And that's funny. So this next box would not have been a box with any continuity with the, you know, like the computer loot table order. This. I like that Deedlit card. Deedlit. Okay. I like this card. All right. All right. Good. Here's a holo. So this is all for me. What a lucky guy I am. Opening some cards. Easy snipe. Easiest snipe of my life. Now, let's go get you an Azure Lane 2 box. Tossing that away. Oops. And grabbing these. And grabbing this. And I guess I'll grade these up at some point. Let's put this into this Pokey Nasty bag. That's an abandoned bag. He comes back in, he claims his bag. I give him the whole box by mistake. So let's go get that Azure Lane box now. I said we'll get the Azure Lane. Yes. Okay, so you've got the last box of the Azure Lane Japanese. That's my last box of this. Ready? Here it goes. Now after this, we have plenty of boxes of the Azure Lane English. There's plenty of that. I don't envy the part of you that can't have fun. Here it is. Yeah. I just get bored really fast. That's the same reason I don't watch movies. We were talking about that in the daytime stream. Like, I can't sit still and watch a movie for 2 hours. It just won't entertain me. Yeah. Only TikTok can entertain me. Ready? Doom scrolling. All right, what we got? Good. Play some video games. Get back into the gaming channel. Yeah, I thought about that. Tough to do that. I don't have like a space in my house that's good for that. That's the big problem. I don't have room in my house. My wife gets desperately lonely. Super depressingly lonely. So I try to think about how I would get away with that. That's one of the constraints. It's like, so I spend all my time over here working on cards, and she works all day too. And she did the math. I think she earns like $90 an hour at her job. So she's over there making like $90 an hour. And then we both get off work, and we have just a little bit of time together before I start talking about, okay, I need to start working on this thing or that thing, you know, and then I'm only partially with her at that point, you know, if I'm in the same room still. Like if I start working on submissions or pre-grades or any of that kind of stuff, I'm there, but I'm not really there, you know. So we have a couple hours of just like time together, and it's just, we're in a room together, right? We watch TV, we eat dinner. Oh my God, what are these cards, bro? All right. Start a couples gaming channel. You can stream co-op games with her. That's an interesting concept. We've done stuff like that before, actually, where we've been live on the same stream together, and there is a feeling of not really being together, right? Because you're actually in public, so it's not really very restful. It is. All right, we crave the privacy. All right. Yeah, we've done some stuff like that. Our OnlyFans, obviously. Here we are. All right. And so, yeah, funny enough, we downloaded an app to test out maybe working together. So the idea would be, man, look at these cards, man. The idea would be maybe she would come along with me on a card drive to go do some work or something. Here we are. When I watch TV, it always feels so fake. Yeah, well, it is. That's what acting is. It's like something that's not really happening. It is, but it's supposed to affect you like a dream or a memory, or you know, it's like an experience or story that's being told. There we have it. One whole box, Mr. Zach. Now, when it comes to Azure Lane Volume 2 Japanese, we are on less than a box left of it. I think my normal pathway is to take it off the menu now. I don't think we're going to restock it because we have Azure Lane Volume 2 English at this point. So I think we're probably going to do that, the English packs from now on. So that will be removed from the menu. You just got to start Foot Finder together. No need for delivery. Yeah. I need something that like gets me out of the home a little bit, I think. There we go. I'm glad I'm not married yet. What? There we are. Your husband's out there waiting for you, man. Could be around any corner. The love of your life. All right, let's go grab the menu over here. Having a wife is very important because who's going to take all your stuff later if you don't have one? Who's going to take all your stuff later when you inevitably fight too much? And then you go, you know what? I'm tired of this. Let's move on. Step over here. I also had a Waifu shuffle. Ooh, yes, let's get you that. I'm going to go ahead and remove this from the menu, though. I'm going to do that right now so I don't forget it because I'll forget it. So Azure Lane Volume 2 Japanese. And we're going to say quick edit. Sold out. There we go. Mr. Also, my slab away. Yes. Now, we haven't worked on that because it's not your turn yet. So we do everything in order. From oldest order to newest order. All right. So, Mr. Zach, this goes over here now. And you need one waifu shuffle. You ready? Here goes. Then the marriage has some real issues within a few months. What? One of my coworkers was telling me about her Foot Finder with her husband. It seemed so strange, like he wasn't on it. But he said, yeah, make some money. So Foot Finder is a real website, and women are posting pictures of their feet to it, I guess. Is that it? Just feet? No butts, no boobs? Because how do you make money off of just feet? There must be some guys who are really obsessed with feet. We are. Da-da-da. All right, that's Mr. Zach. I don't understand it. That's crazy to me. One cold one. No luck in the waifu shuffles. Darn. Okay. So Mr. Zach is done. And the next order is actually Alex. So Alex goes next. He says, add it to my $7 tab. Here you go, Mr. Alex. There we go. This is at 17 now. Never understood foot fetish. Yeah, I don't get that one at all. They're just feet. I mean, I guess good-looking feet could imply like a healthy body in general, but it's not like, you know, it's not related to reproduction or anything. They're just feet. I don't question it. You know why? Because if it's real, it's real. Mr. Musuba, man, he's becoming, we're going to have to rename him to Mr. Generous. That's what we're going to have to name him in a second. So you're 158 plus 25, which is what? 183. God, I hate math. All right. Damn. Mr. Sergio Corona. I will message you in chat. So you wanted the Team Wacket. There it is. Here comes Team Wacket. Cheese has got the face. Cheese loves marriage. He loves the institution of marriage. It's his favorite thing. We're going to jump over here to Slab Away. And we're going to put you in here, Mr. Sergio. All right. Now, wait a second. It says you have a Slab Away. It says you have a PSA 10 Charizard EX for $70. Let me check and see if that still exists. You only get one slab away at a time. That's the rule, okay? One at a time. I'll grab this. Now, sometimes you can put two slabs together if they're related. So, like, if they have a shared uncle or something like that. Ah, yeah, you have an incompleted one. I can't do two? Sorry, mister. No. I can apply all the money to this one, though. Here it is. So, and we can hide this one a little bit, maybe. It's an expensive card. You have a chance no one touches it for a while, so you might be safe. Let's apply $40 to this guy. Okay, so in Discord, you owe $30 left on that one now. So there's $30 remaining. All right. Yeah, sometimes you can put two cards together if we can all live together. If they're related to each other. Just apply to Charizard. What's the benefit of a membership? The benefit, if you're someone where you feel like you fit in here, like you're going to stick around because you enjoy the chatter or the people or the cards or something, it's beneficial because it only costs $2 a month. That's like a donut, right? You know. And what it does is it allows you to have a Pokeball next to your name so everyone knows how long you've been around. So, you know, you just get kind of more prestige than people who don't have a Pokeball. Sometimes we do membership only giveaways. So that usually occurs when we reach a new 10,000 subs. We'll do like a specialty giveaway where only members can be in it. And then lastly, there's emojis that are like Pokemon emojis, and you gain access to them. I don't advertise the memberships very often because I don't really rely on them for an income at all. I make a little bit of money from the memberships. It's a forgettable amount of money because YouTube takes like 1/3 of it anyways. So it's like barely any money. But it's just a cute thing. And again, one reason to have it is just to show people how long you've been around. All right, you ready? Some people, they stick around for like years and then they develop like one of those, you know, really hard to acquire TCC balls. Well, let's check the queue now, shall we? I always like this emote. Yeah, the Popo dial. Okay, we're good there. It looks like we might have an order over here in PayPal. It's a Roki Hyun order, and he says 1 whole box of OP15. Here it is. All right, that's a box of OP15. Are you the little spoon? Sometimes I'll let Karis be the big spoon because she finds it really funny. But no, I'm the big spoon. Here we are. All right. YouTube said we only want 3 of your 10 gifts. Ooh. All right. Ready? Here goes. Karis has another meeting with the IVF doctor this week. This time, I think she's going to make the trip alone. And it makes me a little bit nervous because it's a long drive. There it goes. All right. But she says she wants to do it. And I guess, you know, one day it's a good idea for you to do it. Start practicing that kind of stuff. She's been having me do all the driving for years. Actually, the entire relationship, really. Ready? Snip of this. What's the current box break right now? So we have a Destined Rivals box break that's actually pretty far along. It's a $40 buy-in. We have a G.I. Joe box, 1 in 8 odds. It's now 2 spots filled. That one just started. And then there's a box split where everyone opens the packs. And it's for Crimson Invasion, a set that I kind of have to teach you guys about right here. See, $30 buy-in. Now, that's Sun and Moon. That's old. That's before Sword and Shield. That's like 10 years old now. And this set, a lot of people misunderstood how good it was. It does have a holographic Pikachu in it that you never see. It has a holographic Gengar in it as well. It's got a holographic Melodic, a holographic Cubone, a holographic Jigglypuff. And so there's really quite a few good cards in the set. You can also just buy a pack of Crimson Invasion right now off the menu. Anyone who just wants to immediately open a pack. Here it is. But we're doing a box split on it, so you guys are welcome to join that. And those are really fun when they go off. Just get her a Tesla already. Yeah, we joke about doing that with that full self-drive or whatever. Here it is. Kind of an interesting idea. Here's this. Ooh. All right. When I go to the IVF doctor, I speed the whole way. I drive really sharp. And then it's a long drive, dude. It's a long drive. Because they don't... Ooh, who's this guy? He's looking older and like he has a cape or something like that. All right, you pulled strong guy. Very nice. Yep. We go all the way up there. Ooh, a Golden Dawn. That's cool, man. Golden Dawn Luffy. That's probably a little expensive. We go all the way up there for a doctor visit that lasts all of about 20 minutes. And then you drive all the way back home. So this is, it's not, it doesn't take all day, but it's like, it's a real nuisance. She's got to meet with the doctor about 4 times before they do an embryo transfer. And then we'll see if she gets lucky. Golden Dawn. That's right. What exactly is IVF? Like, how does it work? What do they do? So basically, it's like artificial pregnancy. That's what it is. It's for typically people who are older or can't get pregnant naturally. And Kirsten and I started trying for kids like 2 years ago. Might be 3 years ago almost. And it just wasn't happening. And so she finally signed us up for a fertility clinic to see if anything was wrong. By the way, that'll make you sweat. I was like, I hope something's not wrong with me, because you don't want to learn that about yourself, right? But no, I turned out to be all right. I was fine. There was something wrong with her. So she's got an issue that blocks her from getting pregnant naturally. And she had like 3 surgeries for it now. And they're doing IVF, which is, you know, I have a date with the little cup, and she has something called egg retrieval. And then they mix our stuff together in a lab. So now we have like 10 lab-grown embryos. How crazy is that? And they're going to put an embryo inside of her in like 3 weeks or something. We are. All right. And then hopefully it turns into a baby. Last time it did not. But your odds of it turning into a baby are not like 100%. It's like 50%. I think it said the average number of tries a couple has to do is like 3. All right, Mr. Roki Hyun. It's very interesting. The downside to it is it's very expensive. So it costs a ton of money. That's the downside to it. It's not cheap at all. All right, here we are. Oh, that's so exciting. Yeah, so if it goes well, we'll... Oh, Roki Hyun friend. Here we are. Well, I think we can keep this bag separately, can't we? We can keep this separately. Let's just not add to it. It is a little exciting, a little nerve-wracking too. We're kind of doing it on our own, you know. I don't have my parents helping us. Her parents can't help us. So we're like this perfectly isolated couple. And I probably should be trying to hire like a housemaid or something like that. That's probably what we'll end up doing. Here we go. But, you know, Karis is getting older. She's 31 now, so she's getting all existential. She's like, if I don't have kids now... That's what a lot of people in the West are doing. They're waiting until they're 100 years old to have babies. You hear about that actress who's having a baby in like her 40s. It's like, whew. I remember when Trump wanted it to be free. Yeah, I think he says something about that. I don't know if we'll be eligible for that, but we can't wait any longer. We don't want to wait any longer. It's one of those things you want to get done. Usually rich people do that. So if one works, what happens to the leftovers? So I believe the leftovers just stay frozen, and we can just have more kids, presuming she wants more kids. I mean, honestly, we should at least have a boy and a girl, right? You know what I'm saying? If I was super wealthy, I could see myself being one of those psychopaths with like all these surrogate babies or something like that, or whatever Elon Musk does. I don't know why. It's the industrious part of you that makes you want to just keep growing something, you know, like just keep working or building on something. Has very little to do with like an urge for like family relationships. It's a very different feeling. It's sort of like life's better if I have a lot of Pokemon cards. You know what I mean? It's like a feeling like that. So I don't know. They'll stay frozen and we'll see what happens to them. Maybe if, you know, I actually thought of this. So maybe like 20 years in the future, you never know, they might have this thing called an artificial womb where you don't need a woman to get pregnant at all. You can put it in a machine that replicates pregnancy. And so if we have a bunch of frozen embryos, potentially we could be having babies in the future with the artificial womb. Actually, I want to hear about any scientific updates on that. Last time I heard, China's working really hard on that. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. It doesn't sound like they've invented it yet. China develops pregnancy robot with artificial womb to aid infertile couples. Yeah. It sounds like there was some news about it last year in August. I probably heard about it then. The thing is, when you really research the subject, what you learn is that they just don't have the technology yet. You still need a woman to do some of it. And they just haven't truly replicated pregnancy yet. So it's really fascinating that we haven't figured that out. But imagine a world where we have figured that out, where robots can do the pregnancy from beginning to end. You know how insane that would be? Because that would mean anytime you and your husband want to have a baby, you don't even have to get pregnant anymore. You could do this procedure called egg retrieval. That's what CARES did. It was called egg retrieval. So you can have this procedure done called egg retrieval, where they're going to extract eggs out of you. It involves injecting it's like a hormonal treatment. So you inject a lot of hormones into yourself, and then there's this final hormonal injection called the trigger shot. So you'll take the trigger shot, and then within just this tiny window of time, you have to be at the doctor's office, and they use a tool to extract a whole bunch of eggs out of you. It's really creepy, but that's how science is, right? It's always kind of weird. And so anyways, they extract and freeze a bunch of eggs, and then they'll take, sperm from the sperm donor and mix them together in a lab. So that's egg retrieval, and doctors have gotten pretty good at it, actually. They are. Like when you think about agriculture, we're really good at breeding animals. Well, we're getting pretty good with humans. We're understanding how to do this with humans really well. So imagine you can get that done for a couple $1,000s or however much it costs. And then you can pop that into a machine, and the machine carries the baby for you. You don't even have to be pregnant. The machine carries the baby. I don't know what the repercussions of that would be for society, or for the development of the baby, or the development of the mom of the baby, or, the maternal connection between the mom and the baby, any of those things. All I know is if they manage to get a baby to grow and pop out of a machine, it's going to change the world, because you're going to have so many people signing up for that. Older couples who couldn't have children before, people who just don't want to be pregnant, but they want a baby. It's going to be such an in-demand service. It's probably one of the scariest parts of being a woman, is having to get pregnant and sort of have that baby stretch your body out. And, obviously delivering the baby's never been comfortable. It's always been dangerous and scary to a certain degree. You can bleed out and stuff like that. We got Evie. Your heart can explode while you're pregnant. Did you know that? I know that because my mom was pregnant 11 times. So your heart can just explode from blood pressure. You can get diabetes. So anyways, if you can remove all that and a robot just, grows the baby inside of itself, holy moly, that'll be popular. If you think about it. All right. You can have a designer baby, choose a side color, and other genetic stuff. Right now, we don't have anything like that with the clinic we're in. The only thing I can choose is the sex of the baby. So we chose boy, obviously, because I need 3 boys, and they need to go throughout Europe, open up Pokemon card banks, and then make loans to the governments that are at war with each other. So I think in the future, we will sell our DNA to corporations. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we would. Maybe that's already happening. Jesus, that gave me existential dread, the artificial womb thing. I think you believe in the nature of nurture. Do you worry about your kids coming out like the siblings you didn't like? No. I'm not worried about that. Actually, I've never even considered that. I want my kids to come out like little sharks, really. Like evil little kids. I don't want my kids to come out and be wimpy and pathetic. So I think I'm more scared that my kids come out and they're too nice, if anything. That would be a much bigger concern for me, because I'm hoping they're all mean and very competitive. And I wouldn't want kids that are too nice. I don't know. I don't relate to it. Nice children. Daddy, you better get back to work. They better not start asking for a 30-hour work week is all I'm saying, all right? 30-hour work week, my booty cheeks. Yeah, right. Maybe if you want to be poor. Well, Daddy, I think that we should have a 30-hour work week. Not in this house. Here's planes. Here's Gengar. God, dude, this is so annoying to hear somebody talking about, 40 hours is too much. 40 hours is like the starting point. What are you talking about? 40 hours is like brushing your teeth twice a day. It's the starting point. Above 40 hours is if you're ambitious, if you want to have something in life. You know, if you want to have a nice house, you do above 40 hours. If you want a nice car, if you want to retire one day, you go above 40. We should work for 30 hours. The shiny type, yeah, the shiny type. Isaac says, I don't want to deal with the surrogacy. It's too spep-y. If you used Ancestry, you already sold your DNA. Sort of, maybe the DNA history. Yeah, but they aren't making new people from the DNA yet. Bum. Is this like a new Christopher Nolan movie? All right. All these beautiful slabs. We're rotating the 9s. We got this rocket card, but we don't want to sell that one. Here's Magic the Gathering Avacyn. See, I feel like this one should also be posted to eBay. Avacyn, Angel of Hope. Because I just feel like you guys are never going to try to purchase this one. Maybe I get 2 eBay ones done. No, I don't want to do another eBay thing in the middle of the stream. All right, we'll put this here. We'll grab this. We'll put it here. Look at this Naruto Buddy System. I was going to make this a giveaway, right? But I feel like people would not even appreciate this as a giveaway. They'd just be like, oh, look, I got this stupid-ass card. Here's Frog Mario. Speaking of giveaways, let's take a look at the score at those 20 rolls. Let's see. We're going over here to the giveaways channel, and I think we're ready to go. You can still get in there and guess a number between 1 and 20. It looks like it's not full yet, but we're going to start rolling dice right now for all the people who are in there. So you guys are used to the giveaways. We're still hosting them, but you're going to have to learn to score it in order to get into some of these recent ones. Okay, you ready? Landing on 1. Did anyone guess 1? No. All right, let's try the next number. There's 14. Nobody guessed 14. See, there's plenty of room over there. We didn't even get 20 people guessing. There's 5. Here it is. Mr. Andyman guessed 5, so Andyman gets spot number 7. Andyman. I want my kids to come out with sharp teeth and they're ready to eat people alive. Let's see. They're probably going to come out all wimpy and nice like Karis. They're going to be like, oh, I'm just a nice artistic type. God, dude. And then I'll be like, great, you're like your mom. There you are. Ready? That's 4. All right, 4, huh? Who's got 4? Somebody does, right? It still has 4. Okay, it's still not number 9. And number 10. Ready? Number 16. Nobody has 16. I'm off to bed. You're not allowed to go to bed. Number 7. Cody. All right, Cody. Cody's easily making it into these giveaways because there's nobody else trying to get into it in that Discord server. I haven't been in the streams as much lately because I've been working a lot. I quit at the hotel and started working delivery full-time because I can work unlimited hours. Well, that's cool. Oops. I hope you find something real consistent for you, man. You know, here's the deal, Isaac. Even while you're working your current job, here's what you got to do. You need to be applying for an even better paying job just all the time. Never give up. You think that your job is to go do whatever task pays money. That's not your real job. Your real job is always applying for the next better paying job. That's your real job. So you're just doing your chores when you go clock into work, but you're working on you when you get home and you open your laptop and you say, okay, what jobs can I find? So you got to gamify that. You got to treat, hunting for a job like the real job. That's the real job. How many spots left on Gym Heroes Pack Split? Great question. So that actually moved today in the daytime stream. Let's see. It's called the Cheap Split right here. And you can see there's 6 people in it. 4 spots remain in the Gym Heroes Pack Break. $98 buy-in. Really expensive, obviously. A chance for glory, though. Misty's Tears potentially in there. That's like me applying to game shows. Exactly. It is like that. You think that your job is to do the work that's paying you. No. That's the chore. You get the chore knocked out. Maybe that takes 8 to 10 hours a day. You get the chore knocked out. Your work begins when you start applying for the next good paying job. So like, what's the next step? How do I evolve from this? And you got to reach a point where you're making like $70K a year. That's when you know you can start slowing down. If if you're happy with 70K, some people aren't happy with 70K, but you need to be making about 70K a year to keep up with everybody. So you're not done climbing the ladder yet. You got to see it that way, because I want you guys to be making good money anyways. You got to make good money so you can come here and open more Pokemon cards. But that's how it's got to be, you got to think, the job I'm doing right now, is it too easy? Is it too uncomplicated? Because if it's too easy, if it's too uncomplicated, you got to move on to something more complicated. Easy doesn't pay. Complicated pays. People get paid good money for complicated. So you got to ask yourself that question. Is this too uncomplicated? Could other people do this job without a great deal of education? Ooh, this Pikachu yellow. Wonder if I should sell that. I got more cards I should be listed on eBay. Like these two right here could both be listed. I have big plans for how I want to make a better income. I have so many plans. How many spots left on Gym Heroes? I heard that, Isaac. I've been doing 10 to 12, 5 days a week with extras on Saturdays. Lol, I'm already in bed. Good night, mister. Have a nice night, Mr. Magician's Hobby. Let's see. The shiny type. Well, guys, I feel the stream is near the end. We're 2 hours and 45 minutes in, and it's 5:17 right now. And so I feel like we could probably wrap up right now. The only other thing I can think to do is maybe list this little Pikachu on eBay. You will watch me list him on eBay? I'll list him on eBay. Let's get him listed on eBay, shall we? Where'd my thing go? Yeah, we're pretty close to the end. I actually started the stream kind of... No, actually, I didn't start it super early, did I? We didn't start early. I think we were closer to being on time, though. I have trouble being on time all the time. You notice that, guys? If I'm always late, that's no longer just me being late. That's the regular start time now. All right. We're definitely the late night stream. All right, there we go. Took some pictures of this cute Pikachu. I think I can take one more picture, can I? All right, cool, man. So take a couple pictures of that. Put them back in the sleeve. We're going to add a little E to this. The E tells me it's on eBay. E for eBay. I love working, and it's really sickening to hear people complain about how hard things are when they are hardly doing anything. Yeah, I'm definitely an example of somebody who gets a lot of their time spent as working. And I don't know, I like it. It's kind of like playing video games. I like playing video games. So I like working and I like playing video games. They're kind of similar in a way. It's like you're doing something, It's like you're like operating a machine or something. It's hard to describe. But I think there's some people who are really work averse, and I bet they would be shocked to be inside of my brain, like if we could trade brains for a second. Because I do remember being a kid. I remember that feeling. I remember the feeling of being a child where I really didn't do as much like serious work that pays money. Now I'm an adult and all I do is make money. And it's like your brain can kind of go into, TCC works all day. It makes a dull boy or whatever. What is that? I'm trying to remember that funny phrase. Your brain can go into a mindset where you kind of go numb to the pain of the work to a certain degree. We're going to say Pokemon Yellow playing card poker Ace of Spades. There we go. 1998. Oh, doesn't fit. Okay. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. That's what it is. This is graded by PSA. The grade is going to be a 9. Okay, we'll hit continue on that. All right. Yeah, so if you could swap into my brain, you would feel like this ability to just kind of sort of never really clock out of work mentally. You're never really clocked out. You're just permanently clocked in. Whether you wake up and do a ton of work or not, you're just permanently clocked into that work. And it is a bit dull, and it can be pretty like it's rough in a sort of way, like it's wearing you out. But on the other hand, you also benefit from feeling the growth. You benefit from going, so what $1 million house are we buying someday? You get this feeling like you're really producing something, you're growing something, So there's two sides to it, because a lot of people probably dread the idea of working all the time, but it's not so dreadful after you reach a certain like let's say pay per hour. Like whatever job you're working right now, if you hate working that job, It might not be the job. It might just be the pay. That might be the only problem, and you might not have thought of that way. So like, take your current job, and instead of having it pay whatever it's paying, imagine it's paying you like $80 an hour. $80 an hour. You're making $80 an hour now at your current job instead of like 15 or 25 or whatever it is, or 35. You're paid $80 an hour. So you work for 10 hours, you're making $800 in one day. You might actually enjoy it. You might be like, I can do this all day. Walk home with $800, and then you get to go buy an $800 Pokemon card at the end of the day, you know? So yeah, the pay is really important. That's why I was saying earlier, like, your number one job is to keep working on that income. Not just clock in and get all those hours done. Your job is to increase the complexity of your work. Because again, the more complex your work is, the higher it's going to pay anyways. My mom gets mad at me for working so much. Is Mr. even your real name? Yes. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, The Shining. That's right. Obviously, the work isn't always desirable, but there's a satisfaction doing something productive. Yeah, exactly. It's very fun. All right. So, speaking of productive, it's 5:22, and we're just 10 minutes short of 3 hours. I think we're going to wrap up here. I just got another Pikachu listed, and I think I'm going to go ahead and prep the shipping for Miss Alexis. She's showing up this morning to do the shipping, okay? So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to wrap up here, and I'm going to get that shipping ready for her. I'll see you guys for the Tuesday daytime stream, and presumably we're going to have Pitch Black ready, okay? So Pitch Black is probably going to be there, guys. I'll see you there. See you later, everybody.